I am gonna be super drunk.
No.
Yeah.
That was an amazing part to come into for the first audio for the stream.
You delete this stream. Delete this stream.
It is not. It has not started.
It has now started.
Oh. Ooh.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. No, don't pull a Brock. Don't do that right now.
I can do what I want.
You do you, Raffy.
Okay. So is everybody here? Everybody ready?
Collective effort. Let's
I
grab
am
Dick
still
right now on the
typing my
screen.
shit in.
Okay.
How dare you?
Is there a dread ambusher?
I'm doing Umbral Sight right now. Yeah, your lobby music is great.
So
while John's typing,
I must comment
I'm gonna
that this
mute
is
Raffy here just a sec.
this
Have the
is
power to mute him in
There we go.
there we
So
this is still not spelled right.
it's still not spelled right. What are you talking about? Oh, it's the same from before, I think.
Oh my gosh. I don't. Yeah. Anyways.
All right, Raffy, if you behave, I'm gonna unmute you now.
Oh. It's
Are you gonna behave, Raffy?
still not spelled right.
Okay, you're keeping it at a lower level, which I appreciate. That's at least a little bit of effort.
Turn off the elevator music.
Is who wants to do the recap?
Do we have somebody doing that?
Oh, I don't think we nominated anybody.
I
Oh
don't think we
shit!
did either.
Who can remember?
Ah.
That's a good fucking
Well, let's see here.
All right, here. That pop up for you guys?
What?
No.
This was
There you
Oh, now it did, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's an important one, because that means I can hide in darkness from people with dark vision.
Ew.
Ooh.
It's called night vision. Don't be racist.
Don't be racist. I think. Do I get anything else?
So
I don't know.
I
And I also
as
learned
John
disguise
mentioned.
self
Cool.
in my spells.
Ooh.
Forget the D&D stream. Can we just sit here and listen to the song?
I mean,
Crossed
we
up.
could. I could just get rid of all of the music cues I have, and we'll just listen to this. You know?
That's fine with me.
Okay. All right.
Natural
Do I
20
literally
to
have
attack.
type out everything for disguise self. I can't just add in the spell.
It's not in the compendium. Let me
It
look.
is in the compendium. I have
Yeah.
disguise self.
Yeah,
Garrick.
just you can drag and drop for that.
You're a fool.
Oh, okay. How do I get rid of this one? Oh, here we go.
I'll get rid of
Lock.
you.
Delete. There we go. Lock it back up. So, go to.
Most exciting 8 minutes of stream ever.
Yes.
No, I'm not ready. Elevator music.
And my initiative. How do I edit my initiative? Because I get +2 to it.
You should be able to just there's a proficiency thing where it's
Yeah, there's a little gear on the very end where you can hit that and then you can adjust your proficiency from there. This you should be able to. Let's take a look at it actually.
Okay, let's see.
All right.
Oh, there's initiative modifier, so I just hit 2. So that
yeah. There you go.
core. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, it should give me a +5.17 on my initiative.
All right.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And I think that's all. Yeah, now I just need to go to the compendium and pick that spell. So how do I do
I
that?
should have done this earlier.
It's the little eye.
Life is
in a
ridiculous.
circle. Just type in disguise self. It'll show the spell, and then you can just drag and drop it. Just
We
drag
have
it
a
into, like, your
pyro
spell
in the
slots.
chat.
Gotcha.
What?
Pyro's here.
Yeah,
what
Pyro,
up,
best,
Pyro?
best, best non-gender specific person because we don't actually know who they are.
Well, I mean, Sir Awesome Pyro. I that's not.
There we go.
You're very presumptuous, aren't you?
Hey,
Squeak,
I
I'll
heard
probably get that
spells.
ass banned.
Hey,
I got it.
I like my ass.
I like your
Okay.
ass too.
I've been working on it. Why does my
All
bedroom
right,
door
is,
not have a lock?
Is
Your
everybody
bedroom
ready?
doesn't have a lock?
My door doesn't.
Mine does. That's fun.
What is the heaviest object I can put in front of it besides my bed?
Just put yourself in front
Me.
of it. Oh, the nose fat joke there.
Oh, so hey, we need to trade our gear, Quilzy.
What?
We need to trade
I
our
don't
gear.
think I don't think he ever agreed to that. I was here and I don't think he ever agreed to trading that knife that he has in his arm for anything that you had.
That's right.
No, we talked about it. We had some text.
No.
What?
Granted,
What?
you are very welcome to keep it because it is.
Hold on. I want proof of these texts right now. I want them put on the screen right now. This is now divorce court. Let's fucking do this shit.
Divorce court. Do you want the ring or not, Quilzy?
I will take the ring.
And I will take your armpits and knife.
So wait, now okay, hold on.
Yeah, I gotta edit everything now.
Oh boy.
Where did I put that?
This is
Oh,
already a
it's
nightmare.
Okay.
Why don't we just get
Alright.
together like every off week to figure this shit out? It's
I don't know. Okay.
We've had a busy.
Elevator music.
It's a ring of regeneration. I don't remember what it's actually called though.
Yeah, let me look it up here real quick.
Oh,
I don't know
thank
what
God
the
we actually
tattoo
have a
knife
DM
was
who-
called either.
It's called tattoo knife.
That's what I put in my inventory.
Oh, it was the adrenaline ring.
What was the knife called?
The knife,
Dave.
Dave. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl,
All right, so I know
the lead
the
singer
knife,
of Food
the
Fighters.
knife puts a tattoo on your arm, and you have to call it by name, and its name is fucking Dave. Called Dave.
It's called the Assassin's brand.
Oh, that's so sick.
I
Yeah,
like Dave
but,
better
but
still.
you call it, but you have a call name for it, like you.
And I
personally
fucking
do.
named it Dave.
Dave. You did. That's what it is. You can't use it immediately since it does need to be attuned to you. And wasn't an attunement like a full day or something like that?
Wait, is that what that ring does? It heals 5?
I totally thought it was like 15 minutes.
5 every
Is it
turn?
15 minutes?
I thought so.
Okay, maybe it is 15.
What?
Just let
How
me
does
check
that seem what that
real
ring does?
quick.
I can't remember what that ring does. 'Cause I don't have it in my possession.
Remind me what the adrenaline ring does.
Heals you for 2 health on every turn while you're in combat.
I don't think that's what adrenaline does, but I'm not a doctor, so.
But there's a couple asterisks to this.
Oh no,
if
you
you're
have
knocked-
caveats.
If you're knocked out, it does not heal you because you are rendered unconscious and therefore don't have
Not
any
that
more
it
adrenaline.
explodes and takes your armor.
And it doesn't operate outside of combat whatsoever.
Dang it, what were we just looking up?
Attunement.
That's what it was.
Can I spike my adrenaline somehow?
Could I stab him, enter into combat, and we just like have turns bitch slapping each other while he heals?
I think with the way his character is built, he would kill you. Or just laugh about it and not take it seriously and wouldn't activate his adrenaline. So I don't think he's smart enough to know those
That-
tricks.
Could we like take him bungee jumping and like he heals as he's bungee jumping?
This is the same man that did backflips on top of a roof. You think he's gonna be scared about bungee jumping?
That's fair.
Ah.
All right, attunement.
who's-
Short rest.
Who is
Okay, so 20
flipping
minutes.
some
You're right.
keys in the background there?
That's me.
Valid question.
I have a metal, what are these called? Chopsticks. I'm just knocking them while I wait.
Let's get some stream discipline going.
I'm disciplining you. I'm not even a part of this group anymore.
We will take away your inspiration. Wait, you don't have inspiration yet.
I don't have any inspiration, so what are you gonna take away from me?
We'll give you inspiration.
And then take it away.
Okay, that's fine with me, I guess. What do I?
say that now, but once we take it away, you'll be very sad.
I probably won't be.
It's true.
Okay, so is everybody caught up on their leveling up and their items and all that?
I should be.
So,
All right,
Do you believe so?
I'm gonna try to give the recap here.
+1 inspiration to Steve.
Yes, exactly.
I doxed him, I'm sorry.
my
So the four of you went back to the Veridin Trading Guild at the behest of Dalen. You guys decided to split up into the Trading Guild itself. Three of you, excluding Arlo, went in through the front door with Dalen. And you were welcomed in by the head servant, Morwen, and were led to a dining area where you were accommodated, but it seemed to have been made clear that you were to stay there, under an armed guard, no less. All the while, Arlo was sneaking through the back with the objective for all of you to head down into the Howled Hall at the basement of the Trading Guild building itself. Arlo snuck into a small hole that had broken its way through, just like through weathering, and had to sneak himself past a few guards, and also managed to widen the hole itself and got himself in till he managed to sneak through some of the underground chambers themselves until he reached the main Howled Hall chamber. And then from there, the three boys and Dalen in the dining hall decided to distract Morwen it was Neph and Salazar decided to go up with him into Galvin's study room, where they then confronted, in a sort of way, Morwen.
What do you mean, in a sort of way?
In a sort of way, stumbled into a confrontation.
I don't know if I'd say stumbled. I think I was pretty set on that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys were eventually, but the way your characters went about it was
set on it.
Okay, he was.
Salazar.
I was.
Yeah, Salazar refound the book of genealogy for the Veridin house that Morwen was not keen on him having, which started a fight that you guys, frankly, barely managed to win.
I disagree.
I disagree as well.
I was clearly distracting him. I was clearly distracting Melloway, which is what we affectionately call him now.
Neph went down, and Salazar was down to your last 10 health or something like that.
That's your point.
You were below half or something, right?
I was around half or something.
Yeah. Before you managed to straight up decapitate Morwen. And then
in his eyes.
Good times.
very good times. You two tended to each other's wounds while
Wow, you made that sound so gay.
to be fair, they made it a bit gay, so Timothy.
Where's the recording? We need to prove this right now. Steve is just trying to
It
put
is
his
on
fantasy-
YouTube.
Salazar was weeping over your unconscious body, yeah,
that's him, not me. Don't involve me.
cradling you close. Look,
Don't involve me in this. I was on
It
him.
takes two to
romantic,
cuddle.
the romantic feelings might be unrequited, but they were still there. So
I was clearly not consenting to this.
then Timothy, with Dalen, decided to try to get past the guard themselves. Dalen put the guard to sleep, with Timothy and Dalen then heading downstairs into the Howled Hall itself, where they stumbled upon 4 people in cloaks who were talking in hurried, hushed tones, seemed to be very agitated with each other. But that was all put to a stop as soon as Dalen let themselves known to the people down below. They were immediately put under some sort of stasis spell. And out of the shadows of the hall itself came Galvin, who seemed to have put said stasis spell upon them with a runic device that he had on his person. And at that moment, basically, the second fight broke out with Arlo, who had hidden himself in the shadows of the temple, just waiting to see what would happen, taking an arrow shot at Galvin.
And you called it not a cult. It's a temple, man.
Look, it's fine. Everyone said it's fine, so it's fine.
Uh-huh.
So.
Oh gosh, the face. Sorry.
So
Do you
we
see that face?
No, I have my notes up. So. What face?
In the middle of the comment.
Oh gosh, dang it!
It's like so perfect.
Okay.
Sorry, Steve, I didn't mean
So
Why'd you have to point it out?
what? Now I have to get rid. Now it's fine.
to. No.
So, after a prolonged fight with Galvin quickly realizing he was outclassed by 3 other characters, decided to make a run for it, but was taken down by, I think it was Arlo who did the final kill blow.
Yep, I was asleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was what happened. Like, you guys straight up killed Galvin, right? Like, did you revive him? Didn't you revive him?
I did use spare the dying.
revived him.
I did use spare
you
the
spared
dying.
the dying. Yes. Okay.
And then I kicked him in the face.
That you did.
And then you knocked him unconscious again. Yes, that makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
And with that, with Galvin subdued and his plans put to rest, seemingly his plan was to try to remilitarize not only the trading guild, but in the long term to bring back that militaristic mindset to the city of Ambar itself, to bring it back to its old warring ways. And well, you guys put a stop to that for the most part, at least. So far. After that, Dalen immediately went through with the right of seizure and assumed control of the guild itself, seemingly having a white light spread from those who were there for the rite itself. Enter her as she spoke the words of seizure, she didn't exactly tell you what she saw or what she experienced, but from there she offered the 4 of you a chance to sign on with the guild itself, to become part of her inner circle in decision making, and to be her right hand, more or less, in matters of grave importance to the guild. So the next day, she gave you guys a series of items that were found on Galvin and Morwen, and she saw it as a fitting reward for your 4's service. Except at that point, Neph had, for whatever reason, decided to just run, just literally run. Salazar attempted to stop him by grappling him.
Not successfully.
And was not successful, surprisingly, given the strength disparities between these 2 characters.
Loser.
And so Neph just ran into the night, or right into the morning, I should say,
Crying.
by himself,
Crying.
unknown, without his reward.
Salazar ended up winning that reward, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He won the most pointless reward for his class.
Yes. And from there, you guys were given a series of options, either to deal with pirates and trading concerns to the south, to deal with political elections to the west, to try to reopen negotiations with the isolationist wood elves of the north, or to investigate a weapons research facility that Galvin had personally created that had recently gone dark within the last couple weeks, with no real idea as to what may be happening there. And that is the option you four chose.
Yeah.
Well,
And,
3, but yeah.
Yes, 3 chose.
Our DM doesn't sound bitter about our 4th comrade's choice.
No, not at all. Why would I? That'd be wild.
Talk to him about it.
That's true. And yeah, so that's basically where you guys are right now.
Sweet.
All right.
Can I?
So,
You originally
Yes.
said the facility was to the west.
no, it's to the east.
I have
To
the
west.
Frontier Republic is holding elections to the east.
Damn it! Did I?
Or the
Okay, I misspoke
Fonter,
then.
excuse me.
Oh, shame, shame, shame.
How
I
dare
know.
you.
Hold on.
How
So-
dare
so
all this
Steve-
notes?
What? How much time has passed since we accepted this mission till now?
15 days. Oh fuck.
It is
3
literally
years.
it's the same day. You guys got this mission in the morning. And Dalen is expecting for the 4 of you, 3 of you, to
Poor Steve.
Sour. Hold on.
to
Oh, this is gonna be a take some
get
getting
on
used
this.
to.
Okay, so are we still having our shopping day? Or do we have
Yes,
time to
you are
finish
having your
the
shopping day. I have planned this
Yeah.
for the session that
Oh, goodness.
you 3 are to have a shopping day.
quest? Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We're
Welcome.
shopping today.
welcome
All right.
to the most exciting stream you're ever gonna see.
Sour.
Alright.
Steve, I have a hidden objective.
Okay.
One that I must complete. I must learn the name of the guard I saw.
Well, now it's no longer hidden.
All right.
Did he say that out
Yeah,
loud?
Yes.
I did say that out loud.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean a hidden. It's like my personal objective is I must learn the name of the guard I saw.
Oh gosh.
The captain
So
of the
that
guard.
I can name my dagger after him, so that I can call upon him in my most dire hour of need.
Oh wait, no. Was this the actual captain of the guard, or the guard that you met in the alleyway, who was just like a sergeant or whatever he was?
Yeah, the super hot unnamed guard.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Guard number 1.
Guard number 1. I must know his name.
Sexy guard number 1. Got it.
Sexy guard. Is his name Dave?
No, his name is not Dave. Look, everybody doesn't revolve around the name Dave. Okay, it's Dave.
Well-
Is,
I wanted to name my dagger and have his name tattooed on my arm.
wow. Okay. Man, that is creepy. All right.
They used to know, I suppose.
I totally did not expect
I'm
Dave
just
to catch
kidding, I'm
on.
just kidding.
Sorry, it's too late. You.
Never really expect Age of Capuchin.
So is his name Dave?
His hold on. I have a list of names. I know
Don't you
I
have
do.
to find out what his name was?
That's true. You can't like conjure up the name out of the ether. You gotta-
We can't just retcon that I asked for his name that day when I was just struck.
No.
by
No,
him.
you were too
I thought you
like
said that's your secret mission, is you have to
Yeah.
go find him out.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's get this shopping day started.
All right.
Okay. So Dalen, expect you guys to outfit yourselves with the rewards that you were given. Neph, I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know what you're gonna do with your money. You have no knowledge as to what any of this has happened. So do you have an idea of how you're gonna get back into the story, or?
I'll send you a message. I'm not
Okay.
gonna say anything out loud.
All right, that sounds good. I'm good with that. So yeah, the 3 of you are expected to equip yourselves how you see fit. I see mustaches and soul patches
I was
being
gonna say-
characters.
I was gonna say, why does she look like a conquistador?
Don't bully my artistic integrity.
And so there are a number of armories and weaponsmiths that are available to you guys. And if there's anywhere else that you would like to think just off the top of your head that you would like to go to, I'll try to accommodate you as best as I can. But yes, Dalen recommends you to two stores, one weaponsmith and one armor shop that primarily trades through the Veridan Trading Guild with exclusive contracts that she highly recommends for their quality. But you are, of course, not obligated to go there if you do not want to.
All right.
I'm down to go to this trade store that's exclusive. You know. Do we have little VIP badges?
Actually, I should
We have a
mention
ring.
that that Dalen said for you to keep her signet ring, not only for the trading options, but also because he will need it to be allowed into the research facility itself.
Who still has that signet ring?
I think it's still me.
We all have it, don't we?
There's only a signet ring.
We broke it up and we wear it. It's like a friendship like necklace. So when we go places, we all put it together and we're like, see?
Oh
We're
wait,
Get a
together.
wreck on
a
this.
fourth piece
We
is
don't get a
missing.
wreck on this.
The fourth
We don't
piece.
get a wreck on this. We don't get a wreck on this. This is
The actual signet is missing. No. No. Yeah, I should have that still.
I like
Okay.
Dragon Boy. Good choice.
Okay, then you guys are would you like to go to the weaponsmith or the armor smith?
Armor!
Armor?
Personally,
Okay.
I would like to go to
Armor
some
smiths
armor.
first, yeah.
Okay. All right. Then you guys head over to an armor smith. It's within the main marketplace for Amber. So this is, of course, a very busy and bustling area. There is surprisingly a small line outside of the armorer itself. You can tell that this is
Why do you roll for perception?
I want to see if the guard was there.
all right. I'd say that'd be like, I feel like that would be like raw luck or something at that point. I mean,
Do I hit luck? What's the luck one?
You don't have luck rolls.
That's true. Well, I would normally for raw luck, I like to do D100, and then you just
Oh, make it a percentage chance?
yes. Well, no, it's high or low.
Hi.
Now he's
No, he's not there.
Damn it.
You see numerous other guards there. A sizable amount of them, just not your type.
not
So
your
it was
wife, unfortunately.
yeah, not a lot of distractions here on the guard angle. Right?
No.
I'm a little disappointed. Like a little bummed.
Okay.
Not completely, but just a little bummed.
So you are outside this armor shop called Arms, Armor, and Armory.
Catchy.
Yeah. Yes. And you see that there are two van braces crossed beneath the arms word, and so it's just a very clever play on words. As you three.
Is that your way of patting yourself on the back?
Seriously.
Look, I don't need to pat myself on the back for anything. I know what's good.
He's got a real talent for this.
And you notice that there is a shop guard outside, and the three of you. Do you approach, or do you get in line, or
Straight in.
Yeah, we approach.
You okay? Salazar is stopped by the guard before he just walks literally through the line. But Arlo, I assume you talk to the guard.
Actually, I take the dwarf and I push him in front of me as we walk forward to the guard, and I'm like, ring, 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 ring.
In the meantime, I'm just trying to stay as far back as I can just to watch this. No.
The guard looks to you, Arlo, and says, "Why are you cutting in front of these fine customers here?"
We're on a special errand from Dalen, the new head of I forgot our own trading guild.
I've said the name multiple times to like this session.
He
The
really
new head
has.
of our the Barrett Trading Guild.
Ver is in V.
Barrett Trading Our Barrett Trading Guild. And we're in a little bit of a hurry. I hope you don't mind if we cut in line. And I want to try to sleight of hand pull the signet ring out of the dwarf's pocket.
You tried to steal
Okay,
from
then.
Timothy?
Yeah, steal it to show it, you know, just like,
Okay. Timothy, are you actively trying to stop him from taking the ring? Or like take whatever he's trying to go for in your pocket?
I mean, would this be something like passive perception?
I would actually, yes, it would be passive perception, wouldn't
Okay.
it, for
and
a
I
sleight
just
of
hit
hand.
sleight of hand, right?
Yes.
Yep.
No.
Oh,
He does. No, I notice it. I notice it.
Do you stop?
Clumsily try to throw your entire fist into his pocket and grab something instead.
I kind of grab his wrist, wait for him to look down at me, and just like, "What are you doing?
The ring, man.
You could have just asked."
That's a weird way to propose.
Timothy will remember this.
Little thing pops up on the bottom.
Timothy remembers. I take his hand out of my pocket, reach into it myself, and pull it out.
What is the guard doing through this entire interaction?
Probably
Does he
just
roll his
looking at
eyes?
you about-
Yeah, he's clearly a bit worried and confused as to what's happening here. He looks over to Timothy and says, "Do you want me to call the guards? He seems to be stealing from you."
Not yet.
I blow him a
right.
kiss.
So if you gentlemen don't mind going to the back of the line, that would be great.
Or the ring doesn't mean anything?
Did you pull out the ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yes, he sees the ring. He stiffens to attention. Yes. Sure. Go right ahead. There's Witcher. Okay, I need to stop looking at this stuff.
What is going on?
I just need
What
to
are you doing,
look
myself? Is
at
that
a
man not the
different
butcher
thing.
Oh, the dual
I'm-
swords.
Yeah.
And you guys enter into the armor shop. You see several customers within the storefront looking at all sorts of armor. You see basically every kind of armor under the sun. You see leather armor, chain mail, scale mail, plate armor, hide. It's any type of armor you see or that you
What
can
is the
imagine.
shiniest looking armor?
Definitely the plate armor. If you're looking for just raw amount of metal, that would be shining. Yes.
I go to inspect it to see how durable it is.
Okay. Then give
Oh,
me,
no.
give me. I guess. You know your way around weapon materials and armor, so I'm just gonna give you an insight check on that.
Insight?
Yes.
I have a -2.
Then roll
Oh,
high.
here we go!
Then roll high.
Oh.
6.
Ooh, a whole 6. He notices
You
that
can-
it's very
You
shiny.
can tell this armor is very shiny. It's the sheen on this definitely just puts your own chainmail to the pail, and yeah, you can definitely see your whole face in there too. It's like it's almost as good as a mirror.
What color is it?
It's steel, so gray.
I didn't know
Like,
it
he
was
has enough
steel.
insight to know the color.
Oh gosh, this is wonderful.
Could have been bronze.
No, it's not bronze.
No,
It's
it's
you.
not.
You guys are not using Bronze Age weaponry and armor here.
Yeah,
It would-
just make it out of stone. Might as well. He'll buy it.
yeah. It would bronze armor would be very bad in comparison to your steel weapons,
Yeah.
and would not last under the wear and tear of that.
Shopkeeper, how much is this chest plate?
The laugh really sells it.
Chestplate, you say? What are you talking about? Chestplate? I have no
Chest plate.
chestplate. Ah, sorry, my hearing. It is not what it once was. He takes out the horn from his ear. Sorry, I need to change this up.
What the? What year is it?
What years?
He takes a slightly bigger horn and puts it to his ear. Wow,
God damn it! I'm not drunk enough for this.
chestplate, you say? Wow. He slowly makes his way over to you. He's got a cane in one hand, and he just kind of rickety old man walks his way over to you. Yes, this was made not 2 months ago. He bangs his hand on the top of the chest plate. This baby here will see you through many a combat. New, not used. And I can give it to you for a lifetime warranty if you would like as well, just wholesale.
Why do I hear
much?
He thinks
combat in the
very hard.
background? Is there a fight breaking out in the town center there, Steve?
Something's happening. There's a Witcher right there, so for all we know.
I didn't listen to this track all the way, so it's literally
Possible.
just
quite possible.
the title of the track is just Medieval Town. So they're really
There's like a straight up like a sword fight going on for like a couple of seconds.
I did hear
People
that.
are practicing.
I'm just gonna assume it's either practicing or it's just people just moving around in armor. outside
They
or
have to
something.
be
I don't
ready
know.
for when someone needs stabbing. All right, just
Anyway, sorry, yeah, let's not derail too much.
So for this, it'll be an easy, smooth 1500 for you.
Arlo,
Yes.
get over here.
I approach.
I take him aside and I go, I think he's confused me. I don't know what this lifetime warranty stuff is, but I'm very suspicious.
Well, my good man, I slap him on the back. A lifetime warranty is if I believe if it breaks, you'll get it for he'll replace it throughout the rest of your lifetime.
Oh, aha,
which may or may not be very long.
Yeah. It's honestly in our line of work, that's a little bit of a ripoff.
I see. All right, I'll continue browsing.
I would like for my character after you guys pull this out. I want to look for anything that looks somewhat magical.
Somewhat magical.
Yeah.
You do not see anything that is necessarily magical in this shop. You would know that magical items, by their very nature, as enchanted items, are very hard to make and therefore very hard to come by. The fact that you guys were awarded
Magical items.
these
is kind of
items,
magical.
yeah, it was quite a big deal. And for the run-of-the-mill shop, there is usually almost nothing to very little in the way of magical items. But
Oop.
yeah, Yeah, here you
That
just
one.
see various armors that would be available to you.
So in this
Alright.
shop, it's all just what you could make with just raw materials.
Yeah, it's just like it's a basic
Fair
armor
enough.
shop.
Yep.
How's it compare in regards to my chainmail?
The plate.
Not the plate, but other heavy armor.
You can look it up in your
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the stats right now.
Where?
You have your AC right now is 16.
Uh-huh.
If you were to go for splint, it would go up to 17. If you were to go for plate, it'd be 18.
But you'd also start getting disadvantages if you're trying to sneak around or anything.
He already has disadvantages.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. Does proficiency in heavy armor just mean you can like wear it?
Yes.
Or- okay.
And there's also a strength requirement as well, but you're strong enough that you don't need to worry about that.
Okay. Does he have splint armor?
He does, yes.
How much for the splint armor?
I guess the splint armor. He creepily moves his way over to the splint armor set. This baby here slaps the top of the splint armor. It's not quite as good as my premium plate armor over there, but it'll see you through. It doesn't come with a lifetime warranty, I'm afraid. This one is used for reasons not associated with the lifetime warranty, but I will sell it to you for 200 gold pieces.
Do I recognize the armor?
Do you recognize the armor? Okay.
Yep. Hold on.
Higher. Okay, this. I'm rolling this. High or low?
High.
Oh!
81!
Oh!
Yeah. You know this guy.
Or what? The guy who used to wear this.
All right. Okay. Are you saying you recognize the splint mail
Yeah.
or the splint armor? Okay.
Dude, is
yes.
it the guy? Can just tell me it's the captain of the Silver Cuts. It's his armor. There's like blood stains down the chest piece.
The turnaround in this town is amazing.
You do see you can't intuit necessarily the specific person that was wearing this before, but you do see silver embellishes along the shoulders and along the front of the split mail itself. Just little flourishes that just seem very fanciful to you, and it would attribute themselves well to possibly the leader of some group that was into silver or something, or to that effect. But that's about what you can glean from it.
Well, clearly somebody died in this armor. Didn't do shit for them.
Look, I'm giving you a good deal here. With 200 gold pieces, I could turn this around and sell it at 300 easy, but I'm giving you a special day sale deal here, all right?
I will have no armor that somebody died in. That armor didn't keep them alive.
Where did you get that armor?
That's a pretty rock hard reasoning right there.
Gotcha.
I mean, is he wrong?
Look, pre-owned is just as good as new, more often than not.
I will take it for $100. You'll have a better luck selling it to somebody who...
Look, there is a long line behind you, and many of those people would be more than willing to pay 200 gold for this piece of armor.
I thought you said you'd sell it for 300.
And, well, okay. It's still 200 gold, all right? I'm not budging on this.
150 final offer.
What? Oh, jeez. Yeah. You're really putting me over a barrel here. Which is, it's not good for my back, I gotta say. It's a man of my years. Oh, jeez. 150. Okay, 150, but you gotta pay for it. No, that won't work. Fine, 150, all right?
All right, I guess I'll take it.
Jeez.
Off your hands for you.
You've convinced me.
But
Shopkeeper.
you're not getting any cleaning or repairing fee for this. You'll have to figure that out on your own.
That won't be a problem.
Potion seller, shopkeeper. I kind of wave him over.
He's got his horn in the other ear. He doesn't hear you at all.
Like,
Shopkeeper! I yell very loudly.
It's someone whispering.
So,
Shopkeeper!
just real quick. I did purchase it.
Okay, good. So yeah, just take out 150 from your gold supply.
And that's,
Um,
what is it called again?
It's splint armor.
Splint armor. That's right.
So it'll do 17 armor class for you.
Are we doing weights and stuff, Steve?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Weights really don't matter a whole lot.
lifting those weights.
So unless you're
Pump that iron.
yeah, unless you're like trying to wear something that would be clearly outside of your character's ability, like if say Neph was to try to go for plate mail, he wouldn't. Or
Would I?
well, for a lot of
badly.
reasons, you can't.
It's like wearing plate mail. Conk everywhere he runs.
Yes, what can I do for you, young buck?
I'm instantly disgusted being called a buck. I'm looking for a good shield. Something that I could comfortably wear at my back, wouldn't interfere with me drawing my bow or my sword.
Ah, good shield, you say? Ooh. Something to strap on to a strapping young lad, you say?
Oh my god, what is happening?
I don't have daddy issues. Move along. Oh no.
He gets real close to you. But what about granddaddy issues?
Oh my god!
This is no longer a Christian stream.
I'm pretty sure that went out the window first night.
Well, I know when I've been rebuffed, but if
So you
you
put a
ever,
censor bar on top of the whole stream.
if you ever want to explore this opportunity, just let me know. And he creakily moves over. He's kind like
As soon as he turns his back to me, I instantly like start gagging. I'm just like,
he's definitely trying to sashay his hips, but his hips definitely cannot accommodate for him.
His
I
hips
notice
lie.
a gesture and I
His
gag
hips
hard.
lie.
his hips lie hard.
They lie hard.
He goes behind the counter where there's a bunch of shields racked up on the top. And he goes through each one. Now, are you looking for something that's, tried and tested? Or are you looking for something straight out of the forge? Because I have to tell you, sometimes the newer ones, you don't know if they can take a beating or not,
I'd like a tried and tested, if you would, and something that's not too conspicuous. I don't want to be noticed right away wearing this kind of shield.
Yeah, you see him take his hands away from the most garish, beat-up thing that he had. Damn it all.
Damn it.
He goes to the end of the line. He pulls out just like straight up unornamented. It's basically just a raw circle shield. There's no engravings on it. It looks well cared for, but that's about all you could say for it.
Okay. Is it like
it's
is it
definitely
wood?
it's definitely
like
a bit dented and scratched, but it looks like it's been cared for despite all that.
Okay. Is it like made of metal? Is it made of wood? Just
It's
for my
made of
own.
metal.
Okay. Is it like super shiny? It's like it's not gonna give me a disadvantage if I try sneaking with it, is it?
It's definitely it could be shinier, but the dents and scratches definitely mar its sheen a bit, and you could certainly do some things to the shield itself that would make it a bit less conspicuous.
Okay. All right. How much for that guy you're handling right there, shopkeeper?
This will be just a solid 50 gold pieces for you.
All right. I don't feel like arguing, so 50 gold pieces it is. And I pay the man
Alright.
50 gold pieces.
Yes.
To get it for cheaper.
You know what? I don't think 50 gold pieces is very good for that.
It's too late. I have your money. I'm
No,
putting it in.
I have not hit enter on my character sheet yet.
Why are you trying to hustle an old man?
Why were you trying to seduce a young one?
Look,
I back
have-
into the elf at this point with the shield that is currently on my back that I haven't used at all yet.
You have a shield?
Yes, I do.
You haven't been using your shield?
No.
Why?
Are you offering me your shield, dwarf?
Just take it.
The silence was killing me.
Sweet. I grab the gold back and I take a shield.
Okay, well, this has been a downer of a day, I gotta say. Been haggled down, rebuffed, and then swindled. But
I did
it's
you a
fine.
favor, old man.
You did me no such thing, and you knew it.
Buying a dead man's armor, I only bought this as a trophy.
All right, okay, I see how it is. You know, you come in here with your flashy signet ring and your air of importance, but all of you guys just come in here, you buy my crap, and you did buy my crap.
Buy your crap? Oh, he agrees.
This man, he just bought armor that some other dude just died in. Like, I got this yesterday. I haven't even had time to hose it down and back, but I mean, he just went straight for it.
I wanna roll to see if it's the captain. Can I like roll to investigate the armor?
Yes, give me an investigation check.
Oh,
It's not the guard captain, no. But it was definitely someone of import to have had such nice armor. But it was definitely not the guard captain.
do I now see all like the blood crusted and everything?
Oh yeah.
Oh damn.
It's definitely been like patted down with like a wet rag, but like no real effort has been made to actually clean
I
this
put
thing
on
up.
the armor.
there is definitely like a slit where the heart like is, like just like in the opening. Like everything else about this is great, but there's just like this very razor thin opening right over the heart. You know, I can repair that in a jiff in the back for just another 50 gold.
50 gold.
Look, repairing armor's not cheap.
Hey, Arlo, you think you can repair this?
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, come
piece of
on.
cake.
We'll
Hey,
take
you
our
can-
business elsewhere.
You gonna trust this knife ears over here?
Excuse me, knife ears.
Look, I just
Who
tell you how
are
it
you
is,
talking
alright?
to?
All right. I know when I'm not welcome. He goes back
Yeah,
behind
get
the
out of our
counter.
shop.
I'll just go to some more accommodating customers over here.
You should get out of our shop.
I flip him the bird.
You guys are so mean.
While this is happening,
I flip him a double bird. I really want him to notice. I'm like going out of my way to like be in his sight before you can see.
I just let him keep going. Just let him keep doing what he's doing.
while you guys are haggling at the armory shop, we will transition
Haggling?
scenes. Yes. We will switch over to Neph, who has for a
What have
couple
I done?
hours now, stopped running. He has
So tired.
he has been overcome with an urge to get out. But not only that, he feels as if his bardic skills have not been put to the best use in his previous ventures, and he wants to prove to himself that he still has it. All he's done lately is kill people, and it's just not the same as you.
Person.
It's
Person. There's only
a
the one.
person. All right. Well, you still murdered them real good.
It doesn't matter.
So you decide to pull up on a street corner, pulling out. You have a loot, right?
I do have a loot, and that's my
Yes.
proficiency as well. I don't actually have a loot with me.
You don't have a loot with you?
No, I mean like in real life, you fool. not
Oh,
in game.
okay, okay.
Like if you want me to play a loot on this, that ain't.
I'm not expecting you to play the loot here.
I have a loot. That sounds dope.
And you pull up on a corner, but you see that there is another band on the opposite end of this corner who are already playing a song, and they seem to be a bit troubled and aggravated that you are opening up shop right across from them. And they start giving you dirty looks.
Fight, 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 fight.
Okay, I'll go up and ask them what's going on.
Look, son, this is our corner here. We set up shop here first. Now, I don't begrudge you plying your craft at another street corner, but we
I know
stake
you
this.
want to go into that southern accent so bad.
We, I really had like that's not where I'm going. That's where you want to go all the time. It's not where
As
I
soon
wanna
as you
go.
said
That's true.
begrudging, I was just like, oh, here it comes.
I said begrudgingly, but
Yeehaw.
Oh, yeehaw!
okay. But I must. Damn it! Fuck you! Fuck you! As soon as you said it.
I called it.
That was definitely not where I was going. But I have to say that this is our area, and I would kindly appreciate it if you would tally-ho out of here.
Tally ho.
Yeah, what did you just say? Just tally on out of here?
Tally-ho out and out of here. Look, I'm the one who writes the
Tally-ho.
lyrics. I know the big words, and I get to use them occasionally. All right. He's furiously writing on a piece of parchment right now. He's like, man, tally-ho out of here. That's a good one. That's a good one. Tally-ho out of here.
Well, as much as I'd like to leave the street corner that you're clearly working on, but I do find it a little bit weird that you're working early in the morning rather than late at night, pulling your tricks that you normally would. Unless you can make it worth my while, I'm a here.
Well, me and my troop are not ones to usually pick a fight. Let us come to an agreement. I suggest that for a time that we work together. I feel that if we pool our sources, our musical sources together, that we might bring in a greater profit if we were to otherwise act alone.
70-30. My way.
No.
Yes. Persuasion.
Straight.
70-30 our way. There's four of us and there's one of you.
But I am very clearly the talented. Let me roll for persuasion, please.
Jesus. All right.
19. Goodness.
19.
I get my way.
Sell it.
The best-
Sell it, Raffy.
Yes, yeah. Try and sell it a little bit here.
Wait, what do you mean try and sell it?
Like,
Give it.
you
give it
won
a
the
turn on the-
persuasion, so now sell it. You know?
Yes.
I don't need to sell anything. I already won the persuasion.
What'd you do? Wink at him?
They already know.
It's a very convincing wink.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
He's been practicing.
Did his eyes like start bleeding? Like, oh.
Oh
Oh
gosh.
my.
Normally I would not do this, but there is some charm about you some persuasiveness about your eyes. That
Why are all of our characters gay?
this isn't gay, okay?
So I'm a bard. I am attractive already, so you can.
That tells me you have a certain raw performance about you that I feel would be good in the short run for us. I suggest 50-50 between us, and that is my final offer.
70-40. Take it or leave it.
That
Or I'll just
doesn't
take
add up.
everything from you. Right, 70-30. 70-30.
70-40. No, he gives a look at the other three. They just kind of like,
for me.
they kind of all give a knowing glance that like, oh, he can't count. This whole process has been pointless.
This is mute.
70-40.
That's awfully embarrassing.
Not yet.
And
It
yeah,
isn't.
they start up a ditty with,
Little
with the
ditty.
rest of you.
Hell yeah!
What the hell is this?
As the four of them kick off into their tune with you.
Is this a?
Hey,
Hey, are you making pizza?
Oh, mamma mia.
not gonna lie, I'm having fun dancing.
I need something
not sure at
heavier
this
in front of my door.
Shut up. Hey,
I'm just so caught off guard by this music.
And as soon as you guys start going into your ditty, the other three come out of the armor shop just down the street.
one sec. Where's my perception? Oh, I hear this and I just start dancing my way down the street.
That's a very catchy tune.
I put my arm in Salazar and we both dance our
We
way
start
down the
skipping.
street. Yes.
To the weaponsmith.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I hope you got the armor you wanted.
I just kind of look at them in a little bit of bewilderment and shake my head and follow after.
Neph, seeing them exit the armor shop, do you join them or do you just blindly? Actually, no. You three, give me a perception check.
I already did.
Oh, you already did? What was
Yeah,
down
you did a
the
perception
Oh, okay.
to dance. You did a perception.
Oh.
Yeah, we just
Well-
heard the music. We didn't look.
All right, I'll roll again to see if he's there.
Yeah, they're perception checking for dancing.
Timothy
That's
notices.
technically, that should be agility.
I got a 15.
Yep, Arlo notices. Salazar, do you notice?
I'm not even gonna try. I'm
Okay.
He's too busy
All right.
dancing with
Try
me.
it, try it, try
Hey,
it, try
where'd
it.
the
try
music
it.
go?
Let's hear it. Let's see it. Try it.
Okay, fine.
Archie's gonna roll the highest.
Hold on.
13, 15,
Perception, right?
and
Yeah, perception.
Yep, perception.
Okay.
natural 1.
Dun, dun, dun,
Natural
dun.
What?
You guessed it.
Wow.
16.
I knew.
Salazar, despite all appearances, notices first. And yeah, so you see Neph at the front of this small troop, just playing his little heart out.
Does he notice
Yeah,
me
move
back?
away.
No. I'm not gonna roll
Roll.
perception check on that. What? Why would
I
I do
said
that?
no.
I'm busy playing.
I said no, and you've all made me roll for it.
That's
Yeah, because I'm busy playing though.
yeah. Roll the seat. Just passive perception, not active.
Passive per-
Yeah, what is your
Yeah,
passive
what is-
perception?
14.
14? Ooh. Okay, you would notice them out of the corner of your eye, but you are just not giving them the delay, the time of the day.
You're making me sound super Cinderella right now.
I'm gonna have
Which is
I have like
fair.
a little glint in my eye, and I just sort of nod towards him, and then continue on my way. Like give him a nod, like I recognize you, but like keep going.
I cried over your corpse once when I thought you died, but who gives a shit? I'm going to the weapons store.
More of like acknowledgement, like I see you. Play your fiddle, fiddler. I'm
Salute.
Play your fiddler.
Timothy and Arlo, what do you do?
I notice him, but like he left us and everything else. So at most, I might give him a nod or something when I walk by. Just because we experienced some shit.
That's what I just did.
Then we nod at him together while dancing down the street.
We stop dancing, give him a nod, and then continue dancing.
Yes, agreed.
Timothy, what do you do?
I look over, see him doing what he's doing, and then keep walking.
All right. Neph, do you do anything now that they've all acknowledged you?
Not really. Why would I
Okay.
care?
This is such a sad game.
All right. The four of you have crossed paths in the street of an unlikely occurrence because there are literally hundreds of thousands of people in this city. And you have once again decided to pass each other on opposing currents here. The other
Blatantly
three
ignore each other. Yes.
blatantly ignore each
Once
other.
again, this is the first time we've. The other time he ran away.
Mm-hmm. So the three of you will head over to the weaponsmith. And you notice that the weaponsmith that was recommended to you by Dalen was the same weaponsmith that you had visited on your investigation before. It is run by the same half-orc. There are still I should change up the music.
The shattered.
There was no music.
I go up
Music
to ring
stopped. It
the
was so
bell.
sad.
Yeah. The pizza
Did it
stopped.
stop for you guys?
Yeah, it stopped for
Yeah.
us.
There was
Oh,
no
it
more
kept
pizza.
going for me.
That's why I was so depressed. I was like,
Oh.
no, it's over.
Yeah.
No more pizza.
That's weird. That should not. Okay. Well. Yes. So it's the same half orcs weapon shop. There's still the stuffed animal and monster displays and skins and hides lining the walls and otherwise decorating his establishment. He is at the actually at the desk looking over a nice like a brightly polished bell. He's just like working it over with a
His
rag.
family heirloom bell.
I'm gonna walk up and smash the bell with my fist, like just ring it real hard.
But just before he does it, I want to run and be like, "Oh shit, behind you!"
What? To who?
To the orc.
To the orc.
Yes.
Okay. He looks up at you. Behind me, he turns around. He sees wall. He just sees the wall behind him.
Do you smash the bell?
As Salazar, I just want to ring the bell.
Well, he's holding the bell, so
Yeah, I wanted
holding
to
the
distract him.
bell.
I saw what you were doing, so I wanted you to punch the bell when he wasn't looking.
Oh, my bad. Because I wasn't in the shop when that all went down, so I just saw a shiny bell and wanted
That's
to ring
true.
it.
He sets the bell down on the counter. Well,
I just give it a little ring.
okay, all right.
Hello.
I look pretty sheepish seeing that my prank failed. I didn't gauge the situation right.
Okay. So now that I see, are you gentlemen here to actually purchase something? Or are you here?
I am Salazar, ready to purchase a weapon of might and strength.
Excellent. Well,
We
do
come
have...
from the trading guild of Verabon.
Very
Veridan Guild, yes.
Which I assume that you are all clients and proprietors of, seeing as how you had the Veridan signet ring in hand. It's
I
We are
do.
the
Literally,
clean
I'm not-
right-hand men.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a little suspicious that you couldn't even say the name of the people that you are employed by.
We are recently employed.
I put my
Frankly-
gold I put my gold on the counter. Are we here to talk or are we here to shop?
Well, consider my mouth shut.
Wow.
Well, my good orc. I would. I've recently.
Swords! I just blurred out.
I'm totally taken back.
I'm like beaming from ear to ear. Yeah.
Yes. So. Yes, I have. Of course, he gestures at the various weapons on display around him. Many a fine weapon at disposal for you, gentlemen. Now, what you see here is, of course, just displays. It's not necessarily all I have to offer. It's not necessarily the best. It's just the flashiest. But if you see something that, tickles your fancy, then let me know.
Would you? I know you sell items, but would you also be willing to buy some items?
Buy items? Well, I mean, yes, I do. Sure, it depends on what you're.
All right, I take 3 of the 4 scimitars that are currently on my back, and I put them on the counter. What would you take for these silvered scimitars?
The hell are you keeping those things? What is like that? I've heard about bags of holding, but that just seems ridiculous. Am I right, friends?
Do you remember the first episode? I put 4 scimitars on my back.
Yeah, I remember you guys doing some like looting bullshit like that. Yes.
What would you give me for those 3 scimitars here? Barely, hardly used.
These scimitars. Well, let me see. Used scimitars. Normally, I would buy these at 15 gold pieces a piece. But I do see that they are gilded in silver, which does increase the value of these quite a bit. How about this? I'll give you 150 for the set.
How about we sweeten the deal here? I would like to know. I have a 4th silvered scimitar, but if you could give me a better silvered scimitar, I will gladly trade in those 4 on top of the cost to cover what remains.
Well, I'm sad to say that I usually do not have silver gilded weapons in stock.
No, hold on. When we talked to you last, were you not the sole provider of the silver cuts?
I was, but I make them to order. I just don't keep them around. That was a special order. I have experience working and procuring silvered weapons, but I don't have, it's not a booming business, as it were.
I'm a little disappointed.
Now, I see the look on your face. I will take that 4th scimitar from you, and I'll just make it even 200. But I do have some other items that may interest you.
I'm listening.
I see that you're more of the ranged profession. I can see. Takes a look at your bow.
Okay.
Thank you for acknowledging me.
I give him an eyebrow.
Awkward silence there. Usually there's a little bit more give and take in a conversation. You see.
I continue, shopkeeper.
You're a bit wooden, which definitely is credence to your race's namesake.
Don't you fucking go there.
We're all having good fun here. Now, I do have a set of arrows that may interest you. And he pulls out a small Quarrel? Yeah. Quiver, that's it.
Quiver, yeah. I was like,
Quirrel.
Quirrel.
I don't know.
He pulls out a small disagreement.
Small disagreement.
Steve, how much you had to drink?
Nothing actually. No,
wow.
I've had slightly caffeinated tea so far. So
Man,
Wow.
that caffeine.
It gets you, man.
that's
Hey,
like
the problem
caffeine.
with me not being able to do math is
Um, and so he brings out a quiver of arrows. You can see 10 within the quiver itself. Now these have been made to specifically cut through some of the toughest armor that I've ever encountered and made myself. These, what is the tips of the arrows called again?
the arrowhead.
Points. Arrow
Points.
points. Yeah.
Okay. I thought there was a fancier name for that, but there wasn't.
No, there's not. That's
You
ridiculous.
Okay.
think too much. You think too hard.
You can name
can-
the arrow points like a broadhead or something else like that, but
Okay. He takes out one of the arrows. Now these have been sharpened to such a fine point that they will cut through nearly anything. And he demonstrates by cutting through a top of the wooden countertop, and it literally almost goes through like butter. Now, these, you have to make sure that you keep them in this quiver. This quiver has been, this will come up in the price a little bit, but it's been enchanted to be able to hold these especially sharp arrows that I've created. And for the intensive purposes of game mechanics, they are +1 arrows, so it will be +1 to hit and +1 to damage.
I think I can make them better.
All right, if you think you can make them better, he immediately puts them back down. Now, I do have items of a similar nature. He pulls out a scimitar. If you're looking for,
Swords!
Gosh.
yes,
I
character.
perk up.
swords. That's right. He's not very smart, is he?
You don't know the half of it yet, buddy. Tell him your name.
Wait, were you talking to me or were you talking to him?
I'm talking to you, shopkeep. Tell him your name.
I'm. Did I name him before?
I don't think so.
I don't know if you named him.
I don't think I did.
All I know is we smashed his bell.
That's true. Yeah, that was definitely the thing that happened. I am Belisarius.
Wow, that's quite the name.
Thank you. It's kind of why we're attached to the bell itself. Is a bit of our namesake there. He rings it and he looks a little giddier as he does so.
He's very attached to the silver bell, isn't he?
He's adorable.
It's a nice bell. It's a
What
nice
did you say his
bell.
name was?
I chuckle lightly to myself.
Belisarius.
Belisarius, I am Salazar, master of death, fighter of glory and honor.
How can you remember that name, but you can't remember? Who did we kill again? I can't remember anymore.
Morwen?
Melaware?
That one.
Yeah, I
Oh.
remembered Morwen's name.
Not you, him.
Oh, okay.
You just told me.
Swords. Well, what I have here, you want to be very careful, and you will have to hold it by the scabbard as well to make sure that you are not. Don't touch the blade itself. It will just go through about anything with almost any amount of pressure. It's ridiculous. It's honestly one of the most dangerous things I've ever created. And this scimitar also is of the +1/+1 variety.
How many of those you got?
How many of these have I got? Well, I mean, let me looking back.
2, perhaps?
Oh, jeez, let's. Oof. I can do. Well, I've got a short sword here that's kind of the same. I have the scimitar. I have the rapier. I've got a long sword. I've got I've got a glaive here. That's pretty. It's too big for you. That's roll me actually high or low.
Hi.
Seven.
I hate disappointing customers like this, but I sadly I do not have another scimitar just like that. I have a scimitar of a more mundane variety, but nothing that I've been specially working on as of late.
All right.
But I do have the short sword, the long sword. Oh,
Is your how sharp is that short sword?
Equally as sharp. He just throws it into the wall and it sinks hilt deep without any effort on his part.
Just laughing at Pyro's comment.
And that was just a.
And that would be a +1/+1 as well?
Yeah, yes, it would be a +1/+1. And I rolled very low on that high low, so that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
All right, so I pull out my silver scimitar that I got. Can I? How much is it for that scimitar?
That scimitar right there. For the one, it'll just be 50 gold pieces.
How about we do a 1-for-1 trade with this here silver?
Absolutely not. There's like a little price tag on the bottom of the hilt. It specifically has many more zeros than your 50.
What was that?
Look, this thing is easily worth like 500 times. No, not 500 times. Sorry, I'm doing math wrong myself.
Our group is so okay.
It's exponentially worth more than even your silver scimitar. I would sell this to royalty easily. The fact that the only reason I'm offering the stock to you three is because you have the signet ring.
How much did you say it was for?
For this scimitar here, it will be an even 1,000 gold pieces.
I thought you said 50. I don't know where I heard that.
Definitely not from me. That would be wild.
All right, how about? Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. So yeah, minus 1,000. Did you just want the scimitar, or did you want to go for anything else?
How much will you buy this silver blade from me?
50 gold pieces.
All right, I'll do it.
All right. So then yeah, just subtract 950 from your total. Can I get you, gentlemen, anything of interest?
In the while they've been talking with him, I've been perusing for great axes and mauls and other warhammers.
Okay.
I need to find like a boyer, don't I, for a bow?
Yes, you would need to find something like that for a bow specifically.
Okay.
Yes. So there are numerous war picks, war hammers. There are morning stars, mauls, halberds, great axes, flails, battle axes. Just an assortment of cutlery around you, cutlery and hammery.
Sure. I'm torn because this warhammer and I have been through a lot.
I mean, you don't have to give up the war
No,
hammer.
no, I know. Well,
Guys, I don't have to buy everything off of you.
I'm not asking you to buy a thing. I'm wondering if I want to buy something.
Well, if you're looking, are you looking for a hammer? Is that the vibe I'm getting off of you?
Possibly. I'm not sure. I'm just looking around trying to figure out if there's something that looks like it could be better. It could potentially be better like that fancy sharpened scimitar. Quill's just rolled.
Fancy sharpened scimitar.
But you rolled for a 15, by the way.
Oh goodness.
Where do I add the +1s to? The strength and damage, or to the roll to hits?
Both.
Yeah.
It would be
on it,
+1
yeah.
to both.
I guess, do any of them like catch my eye in terms of like looking like they could really do some damage in a battle?
Well, I do have something in back here. Again, special stock that I'm gonna let you all peruse here. He pulls out a warhammer.
Okay.
Now, this is a little deceptive to the eye, but it's a bit more of my ingenious making. I have a small weight that I've managed to craft inside of the hammer itself that has been enchanted when there is a forward movement given to the hammer itself. That weight will exponentially increase the force of movement in whatever direction it senses it's being moved in. Man, I don't know if I should just do a +1 to this one as well, or for this deserves a little.
You could have it the same damage, but have a better chance to hit because the hammer's moving faster. Or you could have it just be more damage without a chance to hit.
Up to you.
I think I like that. So what I'm gonna do instead is there will be no increased chance to hit, but you'll have +2 to damage
All right.
for this warhammer. It's a little
Tempting.
unwieldy, but when it connects, oh boy, it's an adrenaline rush. I gotta tell you, this thing has torque.
What?
It's a new word that I've come up with to describe this phenomenon. It's torque. I like the mouthfeel of it. Torque.
Mouthfeel of it.
No.
I'm
the hammer.
intrigued by this man and him creating these new words.
Hey, you can call me a wordsmith. Do you get it? Because I'm sorry. I got a little carried away there. I stepped outside of the comfort area, and I'm regretting it a little bit.
Not bad.
So,
Not bad.
Oof. Sorry, I'm just a little embarrassed now.
What are you looking at for something like this?
For this, this is going to be 1,200 gold pieces for you.
Okay. I stare at it very intensely as I'm like mulling it over in my mind. Is it worth it to try and get something like that? Can I give it a try?
Yeah, sure. We have a practice dummy around the corner here that you can just work it out on if you'd like.
He picks it up and smashes the bell.
Just out of curiosity, where is the bell right now?
It's directly in front of him on the countertop.
On the counter? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, why are we doing this to him?
No, I'm not gonna be that much of a dick. I do go back to that practice dummy. and
Okay.
yeah, take a swing.
All right. Just give me a roll to hit here.
Just with with my regular warhammer.
Yeah, it'll be the same.
Cool. 11.
Okay. You get a glancing hit off of this dummy.
It is a little
And
unwieldy.
even with that, you blow a chunk out of its torso as if it wasn't even there.
So Steve Pyro just posted in chat something that was pretty cool. He says perhaps to do a 1d4 to damage instead of the +2 to damage for it.
Ooh, I do like that.
I do like that.
That was a good suggestion. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that makes more sense with how I've laid out how
Yeah.
it's operated.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just say extra D4 on damage then.
Okay. So as I look at the hole that just this glancing blow happened to put in the thing, like that is a little unwieldy, but I like that.
I thought you might. Well, 1,200 gold pieces.
I think it over for a little bit. Mostly just looking through my inventory, trying to figure out what I might be able to trade. Yeah, there's nothing he would really care for. 1,200 sold, and I'll give him the
Excellent.
1,200 there. So
All right.
I think just for the sake of time, I'm gonna accept his offer of the 3 scimitars for 150 gold.
Okay. So yeah, you get to add 150 gold to your inventory as well. Do you want to peruse anything else, or are you done here?
I would like, if I can, to go to a potion shop or like an alchemical shop.
There are potion shops, but they typically offer very mundane sort of items.
Potion seller.
Potion seller.
Potion seller.
Things of a more you'd be able to go there and get things like healing potions, or actually I don't even know if there's much more in the way of what would be sold there. There would be basically there wouldn't be very powerful potions that are legally sold.
Okay, so I gotta like find a hidden black market or something is what you're telling me.
Basically, yes.
All right. For the sake of shopping, I kind of want to just go down to like the general market and I want to pick up something like a rope, maybe a grappling hook,
Okay.
like a health potion or
Grappling
two,
hook,
you
what
know.
the fuck is this?
Well, yeah, because you can get a rope with a grapple on it.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that helped us a lot when we're like dungeon diving and
Got
stuff.
it, but it's just like saying like grappling hook is out. I don't know why. James
Yeah,
Bond or some shit. I was like, hold on, this is the timepiece. This isn't happening.
Let me look.
Trying to
Look
think
what I
of
have in
what
my
else we could
inventory.
possibly need while we're adventuring.
Wow, that's like literally nothing. Okay.
Nice.
Let's just say it's an even 10 gold pieces for you to get appropriate amount of rope and a grappling hook.
Okay, so how
And
many
then
rope? You say-
let's say it'll be since you're here getting supplies for yourself. Let's say it's well, do you want more rope but for more?
Yeah,
The more you get, the more it will increase in price by significantly amount, because the material itself will become far more expensive to conserve space and weight.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me some prices.
So we have just a regular hemp rope that you all normally have in an adventuring kit, and I can't remember how much you get in a kit. It's like 25 feet or something, or 10 feet. Okay. Yeah. Then you basically would go up to the highest tier would definitely be silk. and that you could go up to like 100 feet of, just because it could be far more compact.
Yeah. How much would that cost me?
It would cost you 100 gold for, actually no, for 100 feet of rope.
100 feet of silk rope.
Yeah, silk rope. We'll put that at 500 gold pieces.
Oh, damn. You know,
But if you want to go to 50, it'll be 250. 25, it'd be 125.
we'll do the 500.
Okay. Grappling hook will cost you like literally 2 gold. And let's see. And then the gold potion or the health potions themselves are 50 gold each.
All
And
right,
I'll allow you to buy up to 4.
I'll just get 2.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that'd be another 100 gold for you.
Okay.
And while this is happening, we go back over to Neph.
Wait, real quick.
Yes.
Can I not sell my silver scimitar, actually?
You don't want? Okay. Yeah, we can retcon that. So just take out 50 gold.
Ooh.
Can I sell one of my normal scimitars instead?
Yeah, you can sell your normal scimitar. It'll just be 15 gold pieces.
15?
Boo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Boo.
So yeah, we go back to Neph, who has just finished his set, and give me a perception check.
You got it. Where's perception again?
It's
There you
under
are.
P.
Whoop.
Out of 10, you just noticed some movement in your pocket. Or no,
Movement
not in your pocket.
in my pocket?
Uh,
Hold on. If this is me getting like a rap friend, I want this.
This is turning into a horror journey.
so yes, you notice a slight movement in your pocket that was not
Okay.
what you're doing.
Yeah, I check my pockets then. What pray tell is in my pocket?
Less. You notice that 25 gold pieces have been stolen from you, and that there is a little girl running away from you.
Little minx. I'll chase her down.
Throws a dagger.
Yeah, I pull out the silver broadsword that I have, and I said, chase her down.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I forgot you had that thing.
She gives you a merry chase, but you eventually corner her in an alleyway. And she looks over to you. She does not look scared or nervous in any way. She just gives you a small smile. Says, well, I think... wow, this voice.
Oh, no, keep going.
The disgustingly
You're committed.
old-sounding little girl voice.
You're committed.
Steve refuses. I don't blame
No,
him.
I'm just like, that wasn't quite what I... Like, I want to go for little girl voice, but it's like...
Oh gosh.
Well, that's...
No, that's pretty good.
That's
Is this
better.
still good? Okay.
You're doing great, Steve. Keep up the good
Cool.
You
work.
guys need to stop. Let him keep going. Let him go. Let him rip.
So, I see you've cornered me, but I believe you are a man of a certain shady persuasion, shall we say? And she opens up one side of her little coat, and you see a number of vials jingling in there. And she says, I rather felt the very large amount of coin that you had on your person, and I thought maybe we could come to some sort of mutual transaction that could benefit us both, if you would be interested in my ware. Sorry for stealing you away, as it were, but I needed to get you out of the public eye.
That was just a weird thing happening already. Anyway,
I have potions to sell.
She's the potion seller.
Yes. Yes.
But
I
I have to ask. You're not with the authorities, are you? She gets pretty close. You're not a narc, are you? A little knife. And she just kind of like gives you a very clever nod.
like a paring knife.
Pulls out a cheese knife.
It's really funny.
I'd rather not have this go south, so are you cool?
You're cool.
Hold on, I have to clear my throat now. That was actually really funny. I am awfully insulted at you to think something like that. But do tell me, what kind of potions do you have on you? And here I was about to just take back my money from you.
I have quite a few potions to sell. She
I can
opens
see that.
the other side of her coat, and there's just more potions there, more little
You're too
vials.
weak for my potions.
Now, we start here at the top of my wares, at the top of her coat. These are just a small selection of potions of healing. Something that you can get anywhere, but I guarantee you that my wares are of quality stock.
I
Down-
require your strongest potion.
She gets a little pale in the face. My strongest potions, you say? And she
Only your
looks
strongest potions.
She looks you up and down. You do not appear strong enough for my strongest potions, though.
No! You guys.
Yes.
You're
Listen to
killing
me,
me.
potion seller. I am going to battle, and I will require only your strongest potion.
But you look too weak for my potions, and I only sell my potions to the strongest of warriors, to the strongest of knights, of a shady persuasion.
Potion seller, I am going into battle. I can't even remember the lines anymore. I am going into battle, and I require only your strongest potions.
Well, this goes against my better judgment. I've
Oh,
been
it's
in this for a long time now, this game, and I don't know. Your character does not seem to stand up to the quality and strength of my potions, but I will make an exception for you.
Yay.
And she points down to the bottom tier of her potions.
Hold on.
These are my strongest potions. Now, you need to handle them with the utmost care. In the wrong hands, or I suppose the wrongest of hands, they could do terrible, terrible harm. But
Oh my. You don't worry. You can trust me.
very
Probably.
well. Very well. Well, I'll go through them for you. So here we have a potion that can delve into the very thoughts of any sentient being that you can think of, and you can pluck out their innermost secrets.
Oh.
I don't like the way you said plug.
I don't like that.
This potion right here, she takes out another one. I should have looked up the descriptions for how they actually look, because they each have one. But this one right here will turn your very body into vapor.
Ooh.
And this one right here will give you the courage of 10 men.
Hmm.
And this one right here, and she points at the last of the bottom tier, this one will let you see. It'll let you see.
Just see?
See
gosh.
or hear.
If you drink any of my other potions, you'll go blind, but this one here will let you see.
This one's
That's the poison and the antidote, I see.
Yes.
It's a very good business. No, this one will let you see or hear anything in a given location.
Seems like a scry.
The third one doesn't catch my interest very much. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you, aren't I?
It's okay. You seem clearly very excited, and these are of course going to be the most expensive of these potions for their very potent effects. And I just
Very well.
watch.
Let's get down to brass tacks then. How much are we looking
Let's get down to business.
to
for
defeat?
Each of my top tier potions, or I should say, strongest potions, are going to be
Potion fella.
at least 500 gold pieces a pop.
500! I'm sure we can meet in agreement somewhere in the middle now, can't we?
No. She pulls out a little knife again. Look, fuckhorn, I'm not some sort of merchant haggler, okay?
Did she do
Raph, you should roll a
intimidation?
persuasion check to see if she's actually a little girl or not.
Insight.
How is that persuasion? That'd be insight.
I mean, insight. Sorry.
yeah, that's what insight. I'm not.
Yeah, you can roll insight.
Where's insight? Where's my insight? My insight is the worst. Ah! Damn it.
This is one scary little girl.
Did she roll intimidation?
Let's see. I'm gonna say she has a +4 to her charisma.
Oh my.
Well, shit, that's 8 as well.
It
So
needs.
you
So
guys
she
basically,
is in fact a very small girl.
she is a small girl, but you think she's kind of terrifying.
She's a little bit spooky for a little girl. Anyway.
Wow.
She's a spooky little girl.
If in fact she wasn't a little girl, this would probably be more terrifying if she were like an adult or something. But she's working what she has basically to shake you down.
An adult threatening you with a butter knife.
Nice.
I feel as though you owe me something. After all, you did steal from my pocket, which, by the way, very rude. Your parents
Look.
should talk to you about that.
I'm
So I'm pretty sure we can come to some sort of agreement. Let me roll for persuasion. Can I?
Yes, you can roll for persuasion.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
I think we can come to an agreement now, can't we?
With a 25, I sure hope so.
I apologize for the 25 gold. It was clearly a pittance to you. Oh, okay. I saw the bag of gold that you had on you.
And now you're digging
was
into
just
the rest
to
of my
catch your
pockets. How
attention.
dare you?
Look, for that, I will take off 25 gold pieces per potion for you. That seems fair.
Just 25.
Just to look, she pulls out the knife again.
I bought the silver broadsword.
I already told you I'm not a fucking merchant haggler, okay?
I bought the silver broadsword. Then I'll just take those potions off you.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
that elevated
goodness.
quickly.
Okay, she runs.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, she
Okay,
just
stop again.
she bolts into the crowd of people behind you.
Raffi is just chasing this little girl through a crowded merchant square with his broadsword like above his head.
And give me a high or low now.
Let's go. My luck.
Okay. Luckily enough, there were no guards in the vicinity as you ran through a crowded alleyway or crowded merchant area with a broadsword after a small child. But let me give a. Let's see. I'm gonna give her a stealth check of +3.
Oh,
She disappears.
Natural
She
20.
disappears in the
yeah.
crowd.
Ugh. I hate children.
Okay. Do you do anything else, Neph? As you have just been bamboozled.
been Smeckledorf, as they say. Is there like some kind of bank where I can deposit my money? I feel like having probably not gonna lead to anything good. Especially
There
with all these
are
little snot-nosed brats around here now.
several banking institutions within the city of Ambar.
He lost his 25 gold, didn't he?
He did, yes.
And the
Yep.
opportunity to buy anything.
Yes.
I should have thrown my broadsword at her. That'd be fun. Can we turn back the time?
Jesus.
No.
No.
I want those potions!
Well, you should have threatened her.
She threatened me! If
What the
anything, it was self-defense.
Wow. We've hit an all-time low, everybody.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And not even.
What's she gonna do? Butter toast for
saw
you?
her, if you saw her, you would be scared too. Fuck off. I think about it. Do I even need this broadsword? I'm gonna go sell the broadsword.
Okay. If you like, is that your only
I
melee
have a
weapon?
quarterstaff that I don't use. And a
Okay.
dagger that I also don't use. Well, I used once.
Okay.
I just want to know what that looks like. A dude who's got a broadsword on his back and he's got a quarterstaff that he's walking around with.
They're attached to each other like the Witcher. Actually, good question. Can I tie a rope to the quarterstaff and put the broadsword on it to make a spear out of it?
No. Wait.
No, that's not how. That's not how those like. That would be. You'd just be making a worse weapon from using two weapons to make a worse weapon.
Okay, a dagger then.
Roll a d20 to see if it falls apart. Okay, now roll a d20 to attack.
Every time you attack.
That would only be fair. Yeah, I mean, you do have a generous amount of money, Neph, that you can spend as you will, and or you can put into a bank if you would also like to do that.
Now that I think about it, you should probably get something that has like, like no electricity or something. I've been having nightmares recently about thunder strikes.
Wait, it has no electricity?
There's something like that will reduce electric damage. Kind of being, almost killed with a huge burst of thunder. Kind of,
Yes.
left me with a sour taste in my mouth.
That is actually
And
one
blood,
potion.
and a lot of blood. That was one of the potions that were on there.
That is, I should say that potions of resistances, I forgot to mention this, are also sold at common merchant stalls as well.
I'll go. I need them.
Okay. You can certainly get a potion of thunder resistance, or lightning resistance, or whatever it is. It will
Something
cost.
resistance.
Yes, or something resistance. It will cost 250 gold though.
What the fuck is with these
Per
prices?
potion. Look, these are almost like by the book kind of prices that I'm going
Dude,
for.
magic potions, yeah, they're not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked the cheaper ones here. They go to
And
the tens of
has been-
thousands.
Yeah, Steve has been very generous with his money too that he's been giving.
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've been bending over backward trying to have you guys shell out money.
Yeah, we haven't really been accommodating on selling anything. We're just like little hoarders.
You know what? Fine. I'll buy the potion. I'll buy the fucking potion. 250. Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
You can buy more than one if you want to.
I think the one will be good. I think. Well,
Okay.
Actually, no. Let's buy two.
They do come in
Gift
different
sets?
In different flavors.
Yes, more or less in different flavors.
What kind of flavors are we talking about here?
Let me look again real quick.
Grape?
We have acid,
Rape.
cold, fire, force, lightning,
hold on,
product, poison, psychic, radiant, thunder.
Poison.
I don't
the
know
fuck?
why. Now that I'm looking at this, I don't understand why lightning and thunder are two different things, and then force is another thing. We're covering we're overlapping
Jedis?
circles here. Yeah.
Like, thunder, I want to say, is more Just like
It's more sonic, yeah,
Yeah.
but you
Thunder,
think
yeah, it's more
force
sonic,
would
but
also
Sonic.
Lightning was what killed me.
Sonic.
I want
Yes.
a lightning flavor then.
lightning. Okay.
Lightning resist potion.
Okay. So yeah, for just one lightning potion, it'd be 250 gold.
I'll buy 250. You said 250 for lightning resist? Just one?
Yep, just one.
250. I'll buy 2. I'll buy 2.
Okay. Okay. And then there are also healing potions if you want those as well. Those would be 50 gold apiece.
Give me 1 second here.
We're
How
little
many?
Scrooge McDuckies, aren't we?
You can have up to 4 of them. I'll allow.
I'll cap out then.
Okay.
Do I have
So
to
that'd be
200.
yeah, it'd be 200 altogether for the healing potions.
Can do.
Okay.
Spend the rest of the money on.
Well, there
I
is.
feel like I do need more money though.
Okay. All right.
Bring it
If
to
you want to
Robert.
hoard the money yourself, or you can put it into a banking institution, there are several fine branches within the city of Ambar. There's First Bank of Ambar. There's what are other generic banking names?
Ambar Credit Union.
The second bacon.
Ambar Credit Union, Cole Ambar.
Ambar and Co.
There's- Ambar and Co. Those two really have it at each other's throats because they had a previous name trademark tiff
Oh.
2 centuries before that they're still hot blood over. A lot of knives in the dark, if you will. And then there's First Choice Ambar.
First choice, Amber.
This is dumb.
I love it.
No, you're doing
That
great,
was
Steve.
sticking Ambar.
So which did you want to do a banking institution or did you
Yeah,
want
let's go bank my money. I'm not gonna
Okay.
do anything else with this.
which one do you want to go to that I've listed?
I can't remember which ones you listed.
Ambar, Trust, and
there are such
Fun.
I
great
guess you go to
names.
First Bank of Ambar. First
Bank
Bank of Ambar.
First
Yeah.
Bank of Ambar. Okay.
They seem like a trusted name.
You go there and you see gnomes staffing it behind the counter.
Don't know if I want to be here anymore.
Well, hi
Instantly.
there.
Oh
Oh, yes!
gosh!
Yes, they're Hicks! I love them!
Let's go to the next one. What was the other one? Ambar Credit Union.
Welcome to the First Bank of Ambar. What can I do for you?
I am going to be leaving. Let's go to the first go to the Ambar Credit Union.
Now hold it on, partner!
Why are you in here now?
Well, I'm just a door guard gnome.
Can I kick him out of the way?
You go to which bank did you say you were going to again?
To the Ambar Credit Union.
Ambar Credit
Have
Union. Okay.
They have cards.
They do not have like it's they have bank notes is what you would get.
That's fine, I guess.
So yeah, it's definitely not a card. There isn't any like plastic or even like cardboard or anything like that. It'd be just a sheet of paper that would be your records.
Don't care then.
Okay. You go into the Ambar Credit Union, and you see gnomes again.
What's the next one? What's the next one?
He's not gonna get anything banked, is he?
Hey, what's the next bank? I'm not.
You go to Ambar and Co. And you see that is a bunch of actually half orcs seem to be behind the counters.
Okay.
And one of them
This is
You
fair.
sound so suspicious, Raffy.
I am very suspicious right now.
You see, one of them is resting his glasses on the protruding tusk coming from his mouth, and he just kind of like takes his spectacles off.
Weird.
It's and he looks at you and says, "Welcome to Ambar and Co. How can I help you?"
I would like to deposit some gold, please.
Excellent, excellent. So you're opening an account with us. This is a first time visitor here.
Sure.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to set up with our account specialist then. He leads you. He leads you over to their room. You
Has
open
your
the door, it's a
character
no.
never opened a savings account?
Well, hi there.
Another gnome.
Yeah.
Okay, what can I do for you? I'm the account
gonna walk out.
specialist here.
I'm just gonna walk out.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't allow that to happen. You
What do you
You
mean
see-
you can't allow that to happen?
you see the doors have already closed behind you.
Opened.
That there are a couple of very burly half orcs that have stood in front of the entrance with their arms crossed and their spectacles put away.
I feel as though this is entrapment.
Well,
Well, you
I've-
got that right, partner.
I've seen that you have a considerable amount of gold up on your person, and I feel it would be best kept here at Ambar and Co. Now, I see that you are a man of wisdom behind your years, but
Is there a window I can
I-
jump out of?
there are no windows.
God damn it.
This is
Can
a
I
bank.
make a window?
This is a bank.
This is a-
It's a bank.
This thing is the bank itself is clearly meant to be extremely foolproof in terms of breaking and entering. So there are no easy exits. There's only the one exit that's available to anybody coming into the building from the visitor area. There is an employee entrance in back, but you have no way of accessing that from where you're at. And there are no windows because those are structural weaknesses. And dynamite exists in this world. So now,
Oh boy.
Ah. Me.
Now see here.
I feel that we could come to a reasonable business arrangement if you were to become an account holder with our fine institution.
Yeah.
Can you not do that? Well, I guess while I'm here, or what kind of business agreement do you suggest?
Oh, well, it's mostly that we've been having some interesting news of late. I had.
Some interesting. Get it?
You're not here, Salazar.
I did interest.
That deserves a slow clap for sure. That was awful.
Salazar just somehow says like his ear to the wall.
Yeah, I just poked my head in for a moment. Ah!
Ah!
Slowly slip out.
We've heard some interesting rumors that there has been a change of management within a reputable guild, trading guild within the city, and within the city, and I believe you were at the center of that. No, something about a Dalen Veridin taking over the Veridin Trading Guild?
I don't know what you are talking about. Nor can you prove anything.
Let's not mince words here, Neph. Yes, I do
My
know
words
your
have been
name.
pretty straightforward. What? What?
And let's just cut to brass tacks here, as it were. I want you to be a man on the inside for my organization here. Now, the Veridin Trading Guild had a very sweet and exclusive deal with them in terms of handling their accounts, but as of this morning, let me check. No, all of those contracts have fallen by the wayside.
Sorry.
And I must say, that's a pretty penny that we have lost. And I feel that you could help us. We could help you. You could be our inside man in the Veridin Trading Guild. Report to us on any of their operations. And in exchange, you would also get a hefty interest rate, as it were, on your earnings here, on your deposits.
I don't know what that means.
It means you get more money from your savings. Just have.
I know what that means as me a person, you dipshit. I'm not talking about my character.
Okay, well.
God damn it.
All right,
I'm here for you.
I said I was going down to brass tacks here, but clearly I did not go low enough.
Money banking joke.
Let's get down to
I'm
iron
here
tax.
to bribe you for consistent information on your part. I just want you to.
I gathered that. I just don't know the other words you're coming out of your mouth. You just
Forget the other words. I'm here to give you money in exchange for consistent information. Okay.
How much? Obviously, what is it worth me outside by these two gentlemen over here? By the way, get better glasses. Honestly.
Look, are you shaming my employees?
The eyewear they're wearing is shameful. I don't do much else.
I'm dying.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay.
Look at this man.
I'm a
He
bit
can't
hurt for
see.
them,
Well, screw
honestly.
you.
I'm going to
Pay them
forgive
better.
that.
Pay them better.
I pay them well. Like I'm not an asshole here. You haven't even asked what they make. You're just making wild assumptions here.
And not enough if that's what they're wearing.
They're wearing perfectly reasonable clothing. Like wait
According to who?
well, I guess according to the standards of our business, but I mean, just generally, they're decently outfitted. Like again, we do not pay them a pittance or anything like that. They're well employed.
So what are you gonna pay me for being your inside man then? 20 silver?
I mean, will you go? Is that your offer? Is 20 silver?
Of course, it's not my offer. You.
All right. Well, I mean, you definitely seem duller than what I first took you for. So I thought, maybe I could slide that one right in. But
that is sexual harassment.
Oh my god.
that's definitely not sexual harassment. Again, wild assertions.
Slid that right in. You both heard that, right? You both heard that?
They look exasperated at you. Look,
How much? What are you gonna pay me? Tell me.
on a monthly salary basis, I can give you
Okay.
500 gold pieces
Per month?
per month.
Seems a bit low. That does explain why they look that way. You're not paying.
However, that is just that depends on the types of information you're sending our way. If the more useful to our interests, the more interest you'll get. That's a big joke. We like to tell those from time to time.
I like this guy.
I also like that, but that joke was bad.
No, it was wonderful. Shut up.
That was a bad.
No,
you made
it
a
was-
bad joke.
He made a
You wrote a bad
dad
song,
joke.
Petey.
He made a dad joke. I approve.
Does that joke do damage to me?
Yeah, roll for damage.
It does, yeah. Let me
Against his AC.
Is it necrotic or
No,
psychic?
it hits. Let's be honest. It hits. It's two damage, two psychic
Alright.
damage to you.
2 psychic damage. Alright, cool.
He
Do I need
cringes.
to? Oh, it hits, so well, whatever. We'll just take it 2 then. There we go. That clearly does damage to me.
Oh gosh,
Okay.
I love it so much.
If you never make a joke in my presence, I will take you up on your offer.
That's a hard bargain, but
Take it or leave it.
fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. Now, I've heard tell from my inside sources that Dalen has sent their newly hired has recently acquired some new hires, and that they are to be sent on a mission to the east. Now, do you believe you can get yourself into this mission and bring us information as to what they may be trying to accomplish? We definitely want to see if there's any way we can undermine or possibly put someone into a leadership position that's more pliable to our business as a whole.
I suppose that might be possible.
Yes, excellent. We definitely are not appreciating the whole blacklisting that we recently got. And honestly, I feel it's definitely an unfair blacklisting. I mean, we only screwed them a little bit. So it's
A little bit.
fine. It was
a little bit.
a little bit that they actually caught. There was a lot of bit, but they only caught a little
A
bit.
lot of bit.
Hey, it's something I use every day.
Do please tell me more.
Look, you're the one who's supposed to be telling me more, all right?
I have to know who I'm getting in business with now, don't I? Now. What? Shit, that's not the one I wanted to press. Hold on.
No, you heal that psychic damage.
Hey!
Hey!
So I rolled a 12 on investigation. So please do
So
tell me
16
more.
total. Yes.
16 total.
16 total.
You can tell just from looking at this gnome. While the half orcs behind you definitely were well outfitted, and seemed to be very respectable looking. They were not, gaudy in their attire though. This gnome is gaudy.
Says you.
Yes, says me. I am the DM.
My word is law.
He is not God here. Gods are NPCs.
Okay, that's fair.
He is above God
I'm
here.
above God. That's right. I create gods. And this gnome, though, looks just ostentatious in everything that he's wearing. It's not necessarily that he's just got like a lot of jewelry or stuff on him, but just the quality of everything that's on him, that's in his office. It's of the utmost, it's of the richest and finest materials that money can buy. And even someone with as apparently lowly intelligence as you can tell that this man's payroll would in no way accommodate this lavish lifestyle he's living. Yeah, so he's clearly made a very large, pretty penny. If this is this must only be a fraction of what he has at his disposal, since it's just his office and it's just what he's wearing for the day. Tens of thousands of gold pieces, you could surmise.
How exactly are you going to guarantee you're not going to screw me over and as it?
Well, I suppose I could give you a guarantee. I don't intend to screw you over as long as you're feeding me interesting information. Then this can be a very pleasing and I hope long-term arrangement between us. But if you choose not to, of course, I can just have the gentleman behind you give you a bit more persuasion, as it were. And you see the two half-orcs behind you crack their knuckles.
I don't think that would be necessary.
I had hoped not. So, are we agreed at, as a starter, 500 gold pieces for a monthly salary?
I still feel as though I need just a bit more incentive.
What a weasel.
You see two shadows suddenly in front of you, as you can feel the looming presences behind you.
That's a good amount of incentive.
I had thoughts. Now, you are of course allowed to. Actually, I will require that you deposit some of your money into our holdings, just to give the air of appearance that you are a valued and up customer of our fine establishment.
Ah, fine! I like how he said at the end.
Okay, that would be fine. How much do I need to deposit?
It's a minimum of 50 gold pieces, but you can, of course, put in as much as you'd like. Standard interest rates and fees will apply, but I can certainly grease the wheels a little bit for you, since you are, of course, in our employ.
That would be fine. Let me just about 910 gold. Does that sound
910
fair?
gold? All right, we will put that at, let's say, we'll put that at a, whew. You know, I'll be generous. I like
Sweat on his brow.
I like the cut of your jib, I must say. And I will say that we'll give you a 5% interest rate on top of your 500 monthly salary. So 5% monthly interest rate, I should say.
That sounds fine. As long as you move these two away from.
You see him wave his just very well manicured hand for the two half orcs to back away, and they do. It was a pleasure doing business with you, Neph. I must say, I look forward to our conversations in the future.
Likewise.
Now, run along. Let's see what you get for me. And he rubs his hands like very, very greedily and almost menacingly if he wasn't, a gnome and about 2 feet tall.
I don't know. That little girl wasn't much taller.
That's true.
You don't have to deal with the little girl though. I am 4 foot. I'm 5'4", so kind of.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tieflings aren't very tall, are they?
They are not very tall.
Okay. So the half orcs, very gently, they are not accosting you in any way, guide you out of the account specialist office and out of the bank itself. And one of them gives you a slip of paper with instructions from the account specialist to there are various drop locations for information and also contact information and means of sending messages by more conventional means to for what they expect to be weekly updates.
Weekly.
Yes.
Lame. Fine. I'll hide the paper for now.
Okay.
And I'll go on the hunt to find out where these three went.
All right.
I say we went to a tavern.
We're still
Okay.
with the armor, aren't we? Or the weaponry?
Well, yeah. Well, did we Actually, here you decide for us, Ryan. What'd we do?
Well, I was just gonna. Does he have
Docs
hand axes?
immediately.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Are there hand axes?
Yeah.
Yes, there are hand axes.
How much?
For just regular run-of-the-mill hand axes, they're just 5 gold pieces.
Okay, I'll buy 3.
Okay, then yeah, you can have 3.
15.
Yep, it'd be 15 gold pieces.
Dang it, that's really tempting.
Do it. Do it. Get hand axes. They're cool.
Yeah, I mean, the
Oh,
world's
we-
your oyster.
Well, at least the shop is.
That's true.
You know what? I'll get 4 hand axes because that sounds wonderful.
Okay. Then yeah, you can have them on a belt attached to your waist, so you can have them on either side.
Yeah.
And I assume your warhammer you'd be carrying on your back.
Yes.
Okay. And then is your crossbow like a 2-handed or is it 1-handed?
It's just a light crossbow.
Light crossbow. Okay.
So.
So that'd just be a handbow,
something.
right? Or is it just a light crossbow?
I think it's.
Uh,
It might be 2. I'm freaking like decked out in something at this point.
Dude, you jingle. Everywhere you walk is something.
Let me put it this way: I have a -1 modifier to stealth. I have
Yeah,
a
it says
feeling
light
it's going to be
crossbow.
even less. Or
Wait,
okay.
wait. Pyro says get 3 and name them the boys, but why the boys? Tell me that, Pyro.
Because there's 3 of you.
Oh.
Or I guess like 3 other people. Like you. Oh, you could like name them after each one of the group members or something.
That'd be kind of fun.
Okay. So yes, that'll be 20 gold for you, Timothy.
then add.
Thank you, Pyro. Yes. So light crossbow is still 2-handed. So yeah, you would be carrying both your hammer and your crossbow on your back. And I reasonably do not think you can hold much more in weaponry without
not at this point. No.
having to swap out for something else.
I go
What are you
around
talking
look.
about?
Ooh. I want to see if there's a place around here where there may be like a bag of holding. Or I might be able to procure something like that.
There is certainly nothing like a bag of holding for sale. Those would be wildly treasured enchanted items.
Fair enough.
But there are certainly like backpacks. I don't even know what I'd have to look for that. In terms of being able to carry more things. If you were to get, say, a backpack, I would allow you to have more weapons on your person.
Right.
Do you really need more weapons? Honestly.
You can never have enough weapons.
I disagree.
I think I'm gonna house rule that you can only have you can only have 2 main weapons. You can have 1 main ranged weapon. So 2 melee weapons, 1 ranged, and then you can have up to 4 assortment of smaller weapons. So that would include things like
Hand axes.
daggers, hand axes,
All right, I'm
javelins.
maxed
I'll
out.
even throw in. Yes. And then for potions, you can have more in your inventory, but I'm going to say you can only have 4 on your person.
Okay, so like you couldn't just like pop them off in battle. You'd have to like dig around for them and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or spread them around or something to that effect amongst everyone else. If you were so inclined, I should say. Okay. So where do you guys end up after you're done shopping for weapons?
Can I get some more arrows while I'm at the weaponsmith?
Yeah. Do you just want regular arrows?
Yeah, just regular arrows.
Okay. For 20 arrows, regular arrows, it is just 1 gold piece.
Really?
Yep.
Well, diggity damn. Okay. My quiver, it says my quiver can only hold 20.
Yeah.
And that's what I got right now. Can I just like buy another quiver and buy?
Oh yeah,
some
that's fine.
horses?
You can't have it on your person when you're fighting.
So it'd be like in my backpack,
Yeah.
which I need to buy a backpack.
Yeah, let's go through real quick organizing for the trip itself. You guys are going to need to procure horses for yourselves and food and rations. We're just going to put a bulk like food ration kind of thing. It won't be.
I'm not gonna lie. My intention is to totally hunt on the way out.
Okay, then you certainly won't have to procure as many unless you're planning on somehow. Are you planning on providing for everyone?
At least for me. I mean,
Okay.
you hunt a deer. A deer is a lot.
Yeah, we
of meat.
thought he was gonna be like a father figure.
I mean, it's not like I can eat a quarter of a deer a day.
I mean, with that attitude, no, you can't.
That's fair.
I arrive and I have like all these negative stats because I'm just obese, dying.
Oh, diabetes.
So I have 10 rations. How
Freaking
long does that
Walter.
last for me?
10 rations. We'll say there will be 3 square meals a day. So 10 rations would last you just over 3 days.
Oh wow. Okay. So that's-
Yeah.
How long is the trip?
The trip will be 2 weeks.
Ooh, okay.
If you guys are traveling by horse, you'll be making 40 miles a day about on average. And yeah, the destination is around 300 miles away.
Okay, so we got to get horses for ourselves. We got to get food. And other stuff.
You might want to get a cart if you guys want to get more in the way of supplies too. But you don't necessarily have to if you don't want to.
A cart doesn't sound bad. It's just like not my thing. I think as like a ranger, I want to be like, let me go scout ahead, and I whip the cart into action.
At that point, you're as stealthy as me.
What about you, dwarf? Are you gonna travel around by mule and cart?
I mean, anybody got a
Well, we only
pony?
need one cart for the 3 of us. We don't
Yeah,
all
that's
need
what
a
I'm
cart.
saying.
Yeah, we don't own. Yeah, it's just anything extra that we aren't immediately carrying on our person.
So how about
Best choice. Best choice would probably be for both of you just to salad bag and walk.
would you
That'll
say?
work the best. I think the best choice would be just to jump on Salazar's back and just carry you guys the whole.
Yes, sounds over.
Everybody
Ah,
Sorry,
yeah.
that was just crazy.
Yes.
Gosh.
Gosh dang it.
I say, how about just for the sake of what we're doing, we go and we negotiate some rations for the trip, you know? I can definitely, I'm going to say as my character, I can definitely hunt for us and supply our rations a little bit better, especially if we'll be traveling through forests and everything.
I mean,
Definitely
with that, like
pick
a
up more
cart could be
food.
really unwieldy. I do like Pyro's idea of just an extra horse. With just like saddlebags or something.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay. So what's the grand picture here then?
I'm going to buy myself a week's worth of rations.
Okay.
So that's what,
Same here.
21.
roughly 30-something ration?
Yes.
All right, what's that going to cost me?
Let me look real quick. It says 5 silver pieces, but we're not using silver, so we'll just say 1 gold piece for, we'll say 10 rations.
Okay, so I do 3 gold pieces for 30
Yeah.
rations.
I'm gonna do that too.
Okay.
Me as well.
Okay. So each of you will get 30 rations. Or for 1 week. Or it was 10 days. So sorry, 10 days would be 30 rations.
Okay. And it takes 2 weeks to get there by horse.
Yes.
All right. So with that, I'm assuming we're all gonna go and try and find ourselves some horses. The question is, when does Neph join up with us? If he does at all.
If he does.
If we just like meet him on the road, like, hey guys, what up?
Neph, I'm going to leave this up to you as to when you feel you manage to find them again. So whenever it feels right to you, then just pop right in.
Fair?
So yeah, so is it just going to be horses, or are you guys going to get a cart?
I mean, I'm not gonna get a cart.
Just
I was
extra
just
horse,
yeah. I was just thinking extra horse for something.
Okay, so each of you is going to get a horse and then an extra horse besides.
I'm just gonna get one horse.
Okay, so
Oh,
3
no,
horses plus 1.
Yes.
How
Okay.
much do the horses cost?
The horses I'm going to say are going to be 100 gold pieces each.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
So we just split the last horse.
Could.
I mean, I'm good. I don't need to spend any more gold.
You barely spent any.
I know. I have so much gold. I'm greedy. What can I say? I told you one of my main motivations.
That's
Where do I
yeah.
add the horse? Do I even, or do I just remember I have?
Are you carrying the horse?
I don't know. Do I?
At
Have
this
putting
point,
it in my
at this,
inventory.
Carrying the horse.
at this point, I
I'm
don't
putting
think
it in
it's
my inventory just to
equipment.
remind me I have the horse. You know.
Yeah, just mark it down where it's convenient.
Currently have horse
Fishing.
equipped.
I believe you can. Let me check real quick.
Okay, I'll just buy the one horse then. Because we don't really have a ton of stuff, do we?
No, not a whole lot that you guys have at the moment.
Yeah, so I think just one horse each should be
Okay.
Right? I'm speaking for all of us.
Let's see here.
Yes.
Then I'll just have. Let's see here. I have the one.
I'd like to equip my horse. There.
I don't know what we're gonna come up across, and I would feel much more comfortable with a second horse, even if I have to lead it along.
Okay.
So
Are you gonna pay for that second horse by yourself, or are you gonna split it with the group?
well, I asked, anybody
gonna-
else thinking of carrying along a second? We don't know what we're going to be coming back with.
I'll definitely throw my money in, especially after your generosity with giving me your shield and everything, and I pat the shield.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
I'll
back.
throw in. I'll throw in 33, right?
Aw. What is so
Yeah,
nice.
33.
All right. All right. So yeah, we split it 3 ways, I guess. And
Okay, so it'll be 133 for each of you then.
No. Oh, right.
all right, okay.
Even fit on a horse, you're a dwarf.
Hey, okay. I get myself a pony,
Thank you.
and then
And also,
and then we
Steve,
get a
while we're kinda
horse for everything else.
running
And
around
I get myself a
getting supplies
small,
and
like,
stuff.
3-step rope ladder.
I'd like
what
to
else?
get myself some dried pipe tobacco. Or not dried, some fresh pipe tobacco. I don't want dried. Just yet.
Jesus, you're just gonna get whiskey with you too. Just be an alcoholic.
Yeah, it would be a bad idea. I have a tobacco pipe. I don't remember why I have a tobacco pipe, but I do.
God.
Yes, there are definitely plenty of merchants who are selling tobacco. A lot of different brands coming from various farms, all claiming to be the best in
What's-
terms
what's
of.
the
Oh,
cheapest
claiming
out
to be
there?
the best.
What's the cheapest out there?
Say that again.
What's the cheapest brand?
What's the cheapest brand? You see one really just sad-looking dude. In like, he's definitely next to the trash. Like, there's a pile of trash that's next to him. where
Okay, so
everybody
I
just
don't
throws
want
refuse next to him.
trash boy. Okay, give me
I'm the trash man.
I want a shady dealer. Where's a shady dealer? Like, give me someone who, like, you look at him and you're like, oh shit, man. Like,
You happen to see a little girl in the corner.
Okay, this is going to require some insider knowledge on your part, so I want you to give me a history check for the city.
Okay. Can I bribe a beggar with some gold to give me an advantage on that?
What is this?
I
fucking
would
Skyrim?
give you a high-low roll on that.
Okay, I'd like to go up to a beggar and just toss him a gold piece. And I'm trying to think about how I want to do this. Sorry, my mind is not in the right spot for this kind of stuff right now. But you wouldn't happen to know, my good sir, where is he Elvish? Can I speak to him in Elvish?
Oh gosh, I was wondering if this would come up.
Yes, he is Elvish. He looks like he's seen better days. He's definitely kind of like got a paunch.
Is he like a wood elf or is he a high elf?
He's a high elf for sure.
Okay.
That elf soon.
Now, excuse me, cousin. I throw him a gold coin. And in my mind, I imagine he like snatches that so fast. You know, he's like,
Oh yeah, it disappears from your sight. You don't even know how he managed to pluck it out of the air.
Mm-hmm. If I was looking to acquire some more potent pipe tobacco, where would I might go?
Okay, high or low?
Okay, high.
Wow.
Ooh,
Yeah.
97.
So this was the exact person that you needed to talk to about this.
Shit.
Wow.
You see him open up the side of his coat, and you see leaves of tobacco, freshly pressed against his coat.
Yes.
And as soon as he opens it, you can smell just the intoxicating aromas coming from it. This is quality tobacco, but it's leaves that none of the local farms have. It comes from out of the city states.
Is this such great tobacco? I could earn an inspiration point by just smoking it.
No.
Okay.
You don't just get inspiration just for like being an addict.
Really,
I'm not an addict.
an inspiration, huh?
Really fishing for it. God.
Yeah, so it just I gotta do the southern accent now. Just so happens that I have a fine assortment of delicate tobacco leaves right here for your perusing.
Woo-wee! Yes, you do, sir. That's for sure. I am very impressed. Now I am more than delighted to buy some tobacco off of you, but I would also. I'm a man who is looking for more. I guess things I need for more of a personal matter. Is there any way that you could, after of course I've bought a considerable sum of pipe tobacco off of you?
Of course.
Could you point me in the direction of where I might find individuals who'd be willing to sell me things of a more special nature? More of a medicinal or harmful nature?
I think I know just the person who might be able to help you out there. But that is on the condition that you purchase some of my extensive wares.
Well,
I do declare.
I assure you, sir, looking at the fine quality of your freshly pressed pipe tobacco, that will not be a problem whatsoever.
Excellent. I'm glad we've come to such an understanding between us.
Yes.
From such a fine gentleman as yourself, I would expect nothing less.
Thank you, sir. If I may ask, I'm about to embark on quite the trip, and I am 100% for certain that I will smoke all the tobacco that I will get. Can I find you in the same place here in the market on the same day, or will you be a traveling rarity? Will I have to go looking for you?
Oh no, I operate like clockwork in through these market stall wares. I do have a regular, consistent clientele. You must understand.
I do, of course. A man of such repute, a man of such quality goods would only cater to individuals with special interests.
Yes, those who are discreet, shall we say, the
Oh,
best, the best clients.
Yes, discreet clients are definitely the best client. Gosh, I can't talk. Clients. Now, how much would it be to buy some tobacco off you, sir?
Well, it depends, of course, on how much you're wanting to buy. In individual, uh, what's the word I'm looking for?
Quantities.
Yeah,
Pouch,
sure.
container.
In my smaller quantities here, he pulls out like small pouches of more crumbled up tobacco. These would normally go for just a few gold pieces a pinch, but if you're looking to buy in bulk, and I can certainly provide in bulk. Don't worry. Those usually go for 10 to 15 gold pieces for
Well,
the more
I can
industrious
tell.
smoker.
Yeah, I can definitely tell that you are a man of high repute in terms of tobacco, and so I will definitely be buying in bulk from you.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I would assume that even for the most frequent of smokers, that he pulls out from behind the corner of the alleyway, just literally a satchel of tobacco leaves. This here will see you through at least a few weeks of consistent smoking for the low price of 15 gold pieces.
I will definitely take that satchel, and I hand him 15 gold pieces.
Excellent, excellent. That of course comes from oh man, the fuck did I call that place?
Wow, this is a
Um,
named place, huh? All right.
this of course is of the finest stock from the Fonto Republic, which I must say is not readily available in most of these other stalls and merchant houses that you see around you. It's been a bit of a dry spell over there as of late after their unfortunate war with the Malik Empire, or Balmuk Empire, and you should certainly relish the opportunity afforded to you.
I do appreciate it. The entire time he's been doing this, I have already like started to open one up and push it in the tobacco pipe.
Quick to the take there, I see.
I have been long without my vice. I am in desperate need of a good smoke. Now, you wouldn't mind pointing me into a direction where I could procure some more curious items, as I said before, of a more medicinal and more harmful nature.
Yes, and he guides you further away from the central market. You start going down side alleys that lead into side alleys that lead into side alleys that just start to narrow and narrow and start to get a grungier and filled with refuse. More beggars are crowding the sides. And it just looks like a straight up rabble lot. And you eventually he leads you to the entrance of an alley that begins to open up at the end. And you see a couple cloaked figures at the end. They seem to be in sort of more like patch-worn cloaks. And this, I'm afraid, is the end of the road of my assistance. If you are looking for seedier wares, then there is no finer place than the fine thieves at the end here, at the end of this alley. They only procure the most interesting of items to then, what's the word? Starts with an H. I'm not finding it.
Yeah, I don't know what you're
to hawk to the most discreet
hustle?
clients.
No,
Yeah, it's a
hustling's
hustle.
like trick. No, hustling's like tricking somebody. You get
Yeah,
hustling.
Yeah, hustle is
Yeah.
tricking. Hawk. I'm
My
going with hawk.
God! Oh, boy.
To hawk off onto the most discreet clients, of course.
Well, I do appreciate your help, sir, and if I will be definitely seeing you in the future. Do not expect me for a couple of weeks, but I will certainly be back.
Okay. Uh,
I approached the guys in the alleyway, smoking my pipe.
one of the cloaked figures turns to you and says, "State your business."
I was directed here by a friend of mine. And is he Elvish? Do you want me to talk in the southern accent, or do you want me to
No,
talk
this dude is
northern?
not Elvish.
Okay, I was directed here by a friend of mine who said I could come here to purchase some more rare items dealing more in medicine and what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, some more questionable potions.
Well, then I think who you're looking for is the first. Now, this is a person who has led our organization for the last year,
Oh
and I can think of
I was gonna
think
say,
of-
please tell me it's a girl with a butter knife.
I can think of no other person who would be better suited to getting you to fulfilling your requests. Um, I will take you there myself.
I would appreciate that.
And he leads you down the alleyway. There are multiple doors in this more open area. There's a lot more cloaked figures here. They seem to be essentially uh, thieves and beggars of a lot of various sorts. All seem to be counting the day's wares that they've managed to pluck, and bragging about it and comparing them to each other, but also pooling them as well to then be divvied out amongst themselves to help to spread the wealth, as it were.
Okay.
And you see a lot of children around here as well. A lot of them barefoot, scraggly looking, wearing not much more than sacks for clothing. But they seem to be a bit more well fed than you would initially assume, given their clothing. Nobody seems to be starving here. And you can only presume that is off the uh, consistent wealth that these thieves have been making, that this little community has been able to flourish. And the guard takes you into the corner of the alleyway. It's just a nice little square that dead ends here. And he takes you into the furthest one off into the corner that has a couple torches out in front of it. The guard does a quick, and the door opens on the other side. He peeks his head in. I have another one for the first. You see what appears to be a nodding motion on the other end. He waves you through.
Okay, I walk through.
Inside, you see several rugs covering the floor. You see well-made furniture. Nothing like the prior account specialist. It's certainly well made. Is basically
Quote
what he said of
unquote
it.
account specialist.
Quote unquote account specialist. The furniture is well made, but it's also well used. There's food on display, wine, ale. There are a half dozen people here in a jovial manner, drinking and eating.
Before
Yeah.
before I walk in, just out of courtesy, I take what's left of my pipe and I kind of bang it on the door to make sure it stays out.
Okay.
And walk in.
And the six of them begin to quiet down as they see you come in, and they look to you and say, "So you are here to see," one of them looks to you and says, "So you're here to see the first."
I believe so.
This is, I must say, a high honor for such a new client as yourself. We would normally not let new clientele into our innermost wares and circles, as it were, but they all are taking a pointed look at your fat sack of gold at the side of your hip.
I understand that I'm given a great honor, and I assure you that I will be a reoccurring customer who will pay greatly for your wares.
Oh, we would make certain of that fact. I do not doubt. Um, and they all are still looking you up and down. Uh, and then from behind, you hear a door open, and you hear a small voice say,
Okay.
"What can I do for you?" And you turn and you see it's a little 8-year-old girl. I'm glad you guys caught that from pretty early on, because yeah, that's definitely where I was going.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And I heard that you were interested in more exotic materials, more exotic items, something of more medicinal or poisonous meats.
Poisonous is definitely what I'm looking for, ma'am.
I see. I see.
I would like a poison, if possible. That could kill and make it look more like a natural means.
Oh, I think I have something just like that up my sleeve. And a vial slips from her sleeve into her hand.
She's gonna have like a butter knife, like.
It's cruel.
Hold on, I gotta look it up real quick. So what comes out into her hand looks exactly like a potion of healing. And looks just like that same red glittering tint to the liquid itself. It seems to have the same consistency. Now, contrary to appearances, this is one of the deadliest poisons I have at my disposal. This is made to look as a potion of healing, but it has a bit of illusory magic about it to give it that appearance, and instead is a very potent poison that, when ingested, will cause great harm to any who does so.
Okay. I'm definitely intrigued by this, but I'm also looking for a poison, if possible, that could make a man look like he died of natural means, such as like a heart attack, or dying peacefully in his sleep, if you will.
Well, let me see, actually. As the DM furiously looks up.
Rapidly typing. Here we go.
Searches the internet for anything.
Shit. How do I make it up?
Okay.
He found nothing.
I have to browse through these to see what would actually go with what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. You're good. And sorry for taking up so much of your time, guys, with my own little personal thing.
Oh, it's fine.
You really had to get that tobacco.
Well, I wanted to use the tobacco to find these guys. That's what I was really after.
That's what you're gonna say. Is that true? He's a liar.
I'm okay with roleplay.
Found something out about squeaks.
Wow.
I like it.
Fucking get wrecked! Delete your channel! Get wrecked! Ooh, you see that? This man ended his career.
All of these poisons are just kind of doing raw damage, but She from her other sleeve, another little vial appears. This one looks considerably more poisonous than her previous one.
Yeah, like it looks like poison. Yeah.
It looks just like poison.
This is called the
Describe
potion
it to me. Is it like
wrecked.
black and bubbling? Little puffs of smoke with skulls on it?
No, this one actually looks. Well, wait, no, I don't want to do this one actually. Um, uh, this one. So this is the poison you're looking for something that you want to coat like an arrow with, or is this something that it's like more traditional poison where they have to ingest it or have contact with it?
Ingest it. That's what I'm
Ingest
going
it.
for.
Okay, then actually this one's great. So this is a very pale potion. It's not. It's got a very bone white look to it. It almost looks chalky as well. And you can see little almost carbonated bubbles like kind of seeping up to the top. Now this is easily my most well, let's just say I only use this in the most permanent of circumstances, as it were, you know?
Wow. Yes, I understand completely.
This is only to be used in the most discreet circumstances when you need someone to quietly go away into that good night. So for this one, this poison is called the this one will be called the pale tincture.
Okay.
So a creature subjected to this poison must succeed on a DC 16 Constitution saving throw, or take 3 D6 poison damage and become poisoned. The poison creature must repeat the saving throw every 24 hours, taking 3 poison damage on a failed save. Until this poison ends, the damage the poison deals can't be healed by any means. After 7 successful saving throws, the effect ends and the creature can heal normally.
Wow, it's like a slow, deadly poison. Gosh.
Yep.
Cool. Perfect.
Do you need me to repeat that to you at all?
No. I'll need to write it down, but I got it. So it's DC 16. When it first is ingested, it takes how many damage?
3d6.
3d6.
And then it'll be 3d6 every time after 24 hours, unless they save.
Okay. Perfect. All right. That just as I look at the potion, I'm like, that is precisely what I'm looking for.
That'll be 500 gold pieces.
That seems like a very reasonable deal, and I pay her 500 gold.
I'm glad we could come to an arrangement. She waves her hand in a little gesture, and the previous cloak guard reappears next to you and leads you out.
Okay. Before I go, might I, if I require more unique items, can I find you here, or should I approach from a different vendor?
You will need to come through our contacts if you wish to meet with me again. Otherwise, it will be up to the chance of fate, as it were, if we are to cross paths again. I am not one to stay in one place for long, I'm afraid.
I understand. Can I I found you guys from my tobacco dealer. I know that doesn't sound very cool.
What the fuck?
Is that a man who I can approach to approach you?
Certainly. Barathy is one of my most reliable
Yeah.
dealers in tobacco products. He is always one who's had resourcefulness in his contacts outside of the city of Ambar, and he is, of course, a trusted confidant amongst us.
Well, then I will look forward to doing business with you again.
Excellent, excellent.
I tip my head because I don't have a hat, and I leave.
All right.
What?
I
Somebody
need a
give this
hat
man a
now.
fedora then.
What?
I don't want a fedora, but a cowboy hat.
Give him a fedora. Give him a fedora.
Oh gosh.
Force it on him.
The freaking hat of douchebaggery.
No, it's the hat of Foxy.
Okay,
If he can
so,
change its reputation for me, then sure.
do you guys do anything else, or do you meet up at a tavern like you were thinking before?
I go back to the gang as they're all, getting the horses and stuff, and be like, woo-wee, I found some good tobacco. And I pass the pipe around for everybody to smoke.
He's like
if they want
jumping in
stuff.
the air.
Yeah.
Hey, you would not believe the tobacco I just found.
As it gets past me, I just kind of take a smell of it. Not actually like take a puff of it, but just kind of smell it and see just what exactly he found.
It smells great.
It's cherry tobacco, please.
Yes, it's,
Pipe
it's
cherry tobacco smells so good.
it is exquisite Fonto Republic cherry pipe tobacco. Something that is assumed to be quickly going to be off the market in many locales outside of the Republic itself, as during the recent war, many of their agricultural means were burned by the Balmar Empire, Balbach Empire. So cherry trees are in low demand, and tobacco leaves in even less demand.
right.
Okay, so what do you guys do then?
Well, I accomplished everything I wanted.
I just kind of take inventory of.
Do I need like a water, like
Water skin or
kidney.
something.
water skin or something?
I mean, I have a water skin.
I don't.
Silly person.
Oh no, I do have a water skin. Never mind. Didn't see it. There it is. I lied. I think I'm ready to go. Do we need
Okay.
anything else?
I'm
what else
ready.
would be good to bring? Anything?
I mean, if you guys are good, then
road, boys.
I throw
Alright.
I throw a little bit of my extra stuff on the horse that I'm not riding. Just to kind of lighten my own load.
okay. I mean, you are a stout dwarf, so I mean, the pony's probably struggling right now, anyways.
Yeah.
Poor little bastard.
Hey.
Roll to pay respects.
Press F. Press F in chat.
Can I put my old chainmail on the horse to carry?
You want to put armor on a horse?
Well, I mean like have the horse carry it. Yeah, haven't you ever played Minecraft? You put armor on a horse.
I was more
You can put
referencing
armor on your
Oblivion,
horse
but
in Minecraft?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you can absolutely. It's usually found in dungeons in Minecraft.
Thank you for
Okay.
coming to our D&D stream. We're gonna go play Minecraft now.
So do you guys set out onto the road on the next day?
I think so. I
Sure.
think we
I
got all
do,
our gear,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
Anything else we're missing, boys?
Just maybe a tiefling, but that's it.
Yeah. I want to get a water
I'm still
skin.
trying to find that little girl. Let's throw my sword at her and get my sword back.
How much for a water skin?
How much for murder?
Water skin will just be a 1 gold piece for you.
Okay. How much for a water skin full of brandy?
2 gold pieces.
What the fuck?
We'll make it whiskey. I like whiskey more than brandy.
It will be the same amount.
Well, what do I need
It
to
will
roll
not
to
be
cure
great,
John's?
though.
What do I need to roll?
That's
to
okay.
cure Foxy's alcoholism.
Okay, so with that, the 3 of you set out. Neph, do you follow behind, or do you just I mean, I don't know what to do.
Still hunting for that little girl.
Okay. All right.
I'm just kidding.
Are you though?
Are you gonna are you gonna
Partially.
approach Dalen and see if she'll take you back or what?
That's true. You left before it was full.
It seems so much easier just to follow you guys.
So you're gonna follow us from a distance.
Pretty much.
All right, that's not sketch at all.
All right. Yeah. That sounds good. I think we'll end it there then.
Yeah.
Okay.
With you guys ready to
All
set out on your journey. Now that you've all prepared yourselves somewhat. Or just been shaken down like Neph. So, you know.
I swear to God. I feel like somebody is still a little bit sour at me.
Look, I tried to give you options and you literally threatened them. So
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
I was pretty sure that was gonna work. Throw my sword. Should have thrown my sword.
Uh-huh. All right, so that'll be it
Also,
for this
every
session.
option you gave me was a terrible option.
Every option I gave you?
Yeah.
As in?
A, those potions are expensive. 500. Like, come the fuck on.
They're
That's
literally
normal.
that expensive.
That is
So-
literally the normal price.
I'm pretty sure could talk them down. I have pretty good charisma. But
You did talk her down.
take any of
25
that.
gold pieces.
Yeah, you go fuck yourself.
It adds up after a while. You do that 4 times, you saved
And
yourself.
then every bank teller you sent me.
That was awesome.
No worse.
That was just funny. Look, gnomes have their hands in a lot of financial institutions, so.
I love that every single bank teller was a gnome. And then you think you got away, and then you realize no, there's gnomes behind the scenes. It's great. Well, see, that was fun.
All right.
That was more of like we walk around in shops. Yeah, that was literally just a shopping episode.
Yeah. I would actually, if you guys want, I would be willing to do another session next week because I already have a lot more prepared. I expected the shopping part to be far shorter than it ended up being.
Sorry, yeah.
I bet you would.
You
think
should
that.
know
Yeah, I mean,
by now.
I should have known better, but man, I really thought, hour and a half, 2 hours
You
tops.
should have known better. Yeah, you should have known better.
Well, that was. Oh no, that was like 3 hours.
That was
it
was 3 hours solid.
Yep.
Shopping.
Yep.
Sorry if my little side thing. I wanted to find like the shadier parts of town,
No, it was good. I actually really enjoyed it.
Okay.
It allowed me to expand some of the a bit more of the city than I had anticipated. So that was good.
What was the tobacco seller's name?
Barathy.
Barrett.
Oh,
Wait, what was the,
it was Barathy, yeah.
What was the other armor dude's name? Or the
Belisarius.
Belisarius.
I was gonna say I
Barrett.
wrote it down. I'm curious if the fighter remembered it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I won't.
At some
Okay,
oh
so,
gosh, dang it! I forgot to ask him to tell him his name back. Tell him your
It's
name.
too late
all right,
now.
what is his name? Yeah, that's all right. Well, I'm sure I'm sure we'll get another opportunity.
Yeah.
So who wants to do the summary for next week?
Who hasn't done it?
We're all just really clamoring for it, huh?
It'd be so much
My
work.
week is
but
going to be ridiculous. It's going to
It
be
doesn't
like
have
5
to be like an
minutes.
exhaustive summary.
No.
Like,
Yeah, it just has to be from the
It's going
last
to be like
session.
5 minutes. Yeah.
I will do the summary. I'll do the summary.
yeah, it
Alright.
really
As long
should
as
be
I can
like
do it in a
less
southern
than 5
accent.
minutes.
As long as I can do it. Yeah, you have to do it from your perspective. Do it. Dare you.
You don't have
Okay,
to.
yeah, I'll do
You
it in a
could.
southern accent. I'll do it for my
You're
Oh,
perspective too.
God.
I'll just talk almost like a little bit in third person when we talk about you, Neph, since I have no idea what you were doing. You know.
Fair.
So yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it for next week.
Cool.
Before I forget, I want to talk to you guys about Monster of the Week that I'm planning.
What's that?
I wanted to. Have I not talked to you about this yet, Rafi?
Oh, is the stream over, by the way?
Nope,
Is it
we're still
on?
up.
Oh, we're still
Oh, boy.
up. Oh, I guess you guys could just hear about
Panic! 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 Panic!
No, so
Swords!
Monster of the Week is it's a game where essentially you hunt monsters, and you can do so by like being various kinds of people. Like you can be like a Wiccan, you could be a monster hunter, a normal person, like an internet techie dude who like researches obscure like lore and stuff about monsters. It's like a fun little narrative role playing game. It's way less serious than
It's way less rules heavy.
yeah, way less rules and way less serious than D&D. It's more about like telling the story.
Yeah.
And so it won't be like I want you to roll for this. It's just like there's certain moves you can take, but you can just be like, yeah, I go up and I talk to him, and then you have that conversation. It's not like you can just like I roll to persuade him or I punch him in the face. Now let's roll a strength check, you know. Though there is a kick-ass rule where you'd have to roll for toughness and stuff.
Sure.
But, I wanted to do that, but I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit. I was gonna make a lot of classes you weren't able to get at the beginning of the game, and I wanted the characters to go from being just normal people to into monster hunters. And then there's a lot of different types of nothing to see here. There's a lot of different types of classes you can get into. So it's like you start as a class, but I'd let you change classes as various situations happened and have it be more narratively driven. And I've got a world already built and a whole huge arc storyline that could be taken multiple ways. Just kind of my free time at work, I was just sitting, in my truck, and I was like, all right, we'll write something down. So if you guys wanted to do that, all I would ask is think about, you're all going to start off as kind of like a mundane class is what it's called. And Steve put a link in our Discord for Monster of the Week at the wall. You're all going to kind of start at the mundane class, but tell me who you are. Do you have a family? Are you alone? What's going on, and what job you have. And then I might tweak the class a little bit to fit your job. If you have like a more vision in mind, like, oh, I want it to actually be the conspiracy guy who like surfs the internet and does that, then yeah, you could totally start off as that class. Or other things. And you just communicate with me, and then I'm going to go from there to build the introduction to the story about like why all you guys came together,
Right.
Okay.
And then like definitely it's more narratively driven, so think about like the motivations of your character. Why would they do what they'd want to do, and act more for what would make the story good, as opposed to like how could I min-max my character to be a total badass,
Right.
or something that's very productive for the group. And if you guys are cool with it, I wanted it to make it more of it kind of like a drama a little bit. So like the game, it'll be pretty damn dark. Not like unbelievably dark, but it's going to be dark.
Cool.
And
cool.
there won't be any punches pulled. So like your character can be horribly maimed or killed in various situations, that you'll have to deal with for the rest of the campaign. You can like, I don't want to give too much away, but I'm honestly considering naming the campaign like something about like choices or consequences or something, because it's all going to be about what do you decide to do in the most horrible circumstances. So if you guys are down for something like that and you think that'd be fun, I'd be more than happy to host it on our off Mondays.
Sure.
Yeah, down.
Okay, so yeah, just be thinking. Give me like maybe by next week have what kind of person you want to be in the story. Like, what's your background? What's your family? How old are you? You know, so that I can write a reasonable intro about why all of you are together, and then your motivations for wanting not that you don't tell me your motivations for hunting, but I'm going to take your backgrounds and use that to create a motivation as to why you're hunting monsters. So yeah, just all I'm asking is just build characters, the lives that they have, the jobs that they have, and that's it. And just get to me. And I'm just looking for normal kind of people, like something that you would do normally in life, not like, oh, I hunted great game out in Africa and I decided I wanted to hunt monsters, you know, or something like that. Or it's like, I work for the FBI, you know. It's like, no, just do something kind of real. Like, you can be a police officer, that's fine by me, but nothing like too crazy. Firefighter, carpenter, drunk, you know, stuff like that.
Twitch thought. Murphy.
What?
I have
Anyway.
shown no nipples on this stream.
Yet, and I'm waiting for it.
Well, you're gonna have to keep waiting.
Wait, what happened?
I was laughing at Pyro's comment.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think we all were.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
dragons.
Good.
Yes, that was great. So I'm looking forward to it because I'm also looking forward to a very funny yet very serious and kind of sad stream. You know, where I get to flex
Oh.
my creative muscle a little bit.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm super looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I'll
if you're
go ahead
if you're
and
wondering,
email
I
it.
took heavy influences from the Dresden File, like how he did his world building.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
makes
then
sense.
I'm also not, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you're probably not leaning into the same sort of magical world kind of thing. Like,
No, I'd like you'll understand it better as we get going.
okay.
But I'm having so much fun looking at obscure monsters. So like I'm looking at like Korean folk,
Oh, yeah.
like
Wait, what?
Appalachian folk.
Yeah, that'd be cool as hell.
Ooh.
Tales. So they're not like werewolves and vampires. It's like stuff you guys have never heard of.
Okay, so
Nice.
folklore.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, so folklore is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Thank you for clearing that up instead of just saying I'm looking.
Like I've got a podcast
Well,
I'm listening to that just specializes in that, like obscure
Nice.
folk tales, and I listen to it on my route. And like, I've been listening to a lot of, getting some inspiration from what D&D has stolen from folk tales, and then actually looking at the original folk tales. And what I can tell you is,
Stolen.
yeah, because like D&D has stolen so much lore from real world things to make their stuff, which is fine. You know,
Creative
inspiration.
Commons. Don't even. I'll fight you.
But anyways, that's what I'm looking for. So yeah, we can do our D&D on one Monday, and then we can do Monster Week on the next Monday, and that way Steve and I both have 2 weeks to work on our next chunk. You know,
Nice.
All right.
I'm
Okay, so is everybody good for session next week on Monday, same time?
Yeah, totally.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's on my calendar, so it's all good.
You have a calendar?
Yeah, Jarek and I have a
Fucking
calendar of events
lame.
written.
Lay.
It made the calendar.
Okay, so
Cool.
are we all good for tonight then?
Yep. Game
I
over.
do believe
Bye,
so.
everybody.
All right,
night.
we had a good time.
Fuck off.
Wow.
All right.
We just had someone come in and say, "Hey, what's this?" And then went with that, Rafi. Thank you.
Way to go, Raph.
Nice.
Sorry, Diamond, if you're still here, I apologize.
Oh, no,
He
that was
does not
funny.
speak for all of us.
I speak for most of them.
He speaks very loudly, but not for all of us.
I have the highest persuasion stat. I speak for most of them.
Okay. All right.
He is our real
Anyways.
life rogue.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
All right, good
This was
night.
fun.
Is the stream done?
It will be in a moment.
No, it'll never be
No,
done.
never will be.
No, we're
Kinda did
you're
that-
all
stream our
kinda did
lives
that too
forever.
early.
Yes,
The
consumed.
stream is eternal.